to make it look good. But let me show you that what I have so far on that my animation stuff. Okay, this one. Did you? Oh yeah, I retouched this up. I'm gonna have to re-render a lot of this with the new stuff I picked up.
Mm-hmm.
I have to redo this too. I still have your assets. We're using the assets, but I'm redoing how I'm doing this in After Effects. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just going about it differently now. Yeah, I just cleaned this up a little bit to make it look actually clean now. The color doesn't make sense. It's gonna be all gold. You have all this. Okay, check this. So I this is the old version, but I think you
Yeah, I
saw all
remember
this,
this
right?
one. Yeah,
Yeah. Have you seen all this?
yeah. I think so. Right.
I'm going to redo the. I want to redo a lot of this with the new stuff I found. So all this is going to be changed up to be more like in more atmosphere. I'm gonna have to add some clouds. Now I don't have to worry about the tilt. I can literally just draw the clouds and then just animate them moving
Mm-hmm.
instead of having to do this fake stuff over here. I can actually just go back and add the clouds myself and animate them. So it's not a big deal anymore. All right, so here, check this out. I have to shade. I have to like fix Mario's too up here. All this has to be fixed up. I'll show you. I'll show you that
Now
scene
that
too.
part I haven't seen that part. Yeah.
You haven't seen that?
Yeah. Exacto disc.
Yeah, he does the
That looks
destructive
cool.
disc. You seen this, right? Yeah, you saw this part. You don't think you
Mm-hmm.
saw that right here. Yeah, these all these lights, you can put like multiple lights in a scene, and it'll affect as things are passing by. So all this light, I have like four different lights, and as it's moving by, it's hitting all these different lights. You can see the light affecting it.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm gonna do, all these are separate layers too. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna ease out that light on there too, that little shade that I have in there. All these shades are going to be all softened out to make them look. But the cool thing about it is that the cleaner it is, the easier that After Effects can pick it up and edit it. So we can add blur specifically to just the shading. And that
Mm.
goes to the specific part over here. I'm almost done too. But the last scene I was working on, let me show you that one with how it affects the color. Oh, but now you can see you can do this. You can have a lot of fun with it. Was 11. So as you can see over her, let me show you. Okay. All these different layers. I
That's
would still handle
crazy.
those layers. I'm gonna for
Yeah.
sure recycle all that for future projects. But if you
And
see here, this is
every
actually a
time,
light.
like I see that, I'm like, yep, that's Bear Life stuff. Right there.
That's very light, yeah, with all that. I'm gonna what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some motion blur. And I'm gonna blur it all out in After Effects because all these are separate layers. So I usually render everything in different layers.
Mhm,
So as it's moving over here, it gets this is probably less blurry, more blurry, super blurry. Then as it's
mhm.
moving that way, I turn up the blur more on this, or I lessen the blur as it gets near us, so kind of make that effect where it's like the
The
zoom
depth
effect.
of field thingy, right.
Yeah, I haven't this edge right here still needs to be fixed up, but you have this beam over here. All this is, and then you have this edge over here on him. You can turn up
Mhm.
the edge if you wanted. Oh yeah, so check out these look at the shading on this. It doesn't look how blurred it looks. You don't it doesn't even look like it doesn't even look like vectors. But all those are vectors. Check it out. All just vectorized now. So turn this up.
Wow, you've been playing around with this shit, man.
Bro, you don't even know, man. So all these layers over here.
Uh-huh.
Look at the shade on this. This is just actually just vectorized. So these are
Mhm.
blurred layers, and then you throw a tint on it with vector paint, with vertex paint, and then you throw a rim on top of that too. It's over here. So then see these rims?
Mhm.
You have those, and then you can take every little piece off. You can convert it more, do more. You can actually make these brighter. So if you wanted to, hypothetically speaking, make it more vibrant, you can edit just the layer, add more, add less. So if I can do this here and then add that back on. Go over here. Yeah, these you can edit how much color you want in there. And then once you're over here,
At least now it can actually act like an overlay filter glow thingy, right? Right, like that one, right? And like at least in Blender you can like readjust it and shit.
mm-hmm, all adjusted. You can also add, oh, perfect. So what I was gonna show you too is, you know how you have everything moving, and you don't want
Hmm.
everything you move to move. You just want something specific to move, like a hair movement to be moving, but the sword to stay still.
Yeah, don't we
That,
have like the locks on the side for that, or is
bro,
there
even
like a
more.
new thing?
You know how I have this. You know I have this feature on where it's like it's moving the
The
textures around a
cape,
little bit,
yeah.
but I don't want all of it to move. So hypothetically, okay, so I'll show you. I'll show you. So let's say I want the cape to have this super crazy effect on it. I should
Hmm.
actually look. Looks really good. I don't think. Okay. Okay. So what I was gonna do is I was gonna grab this cape. Okay, cape or hair to have
Hmm.
like an extra amount, but you don't want everything else to be moving. You can actually target it specifically. So let's say you pick cape front.
Wait,
So
you
it's
can
gonna
group
only do
shit
the
now?
front. It's only gonna target that specific layer and make add noise to that and shake it around. And it's gonna
Hmm.
keep everything else still. Or you could do the opposite. You can have everything else move except one piece. You can also pick specific materials. So everything that is blue, do not move it around and make it act like hair, and everything that has the hair, move it around, move that specific material around like it's hair. So you
Hmm.
can target materials, you can target layers to do specific things. uh, so hypothetically speaking, if I want this cape, it's back cape, cape back, okay. So then I can move it. So see the only thing being targeted is this now. I'll
Hmm.
show you right here. I'll like super blow it up, and then I'll put it on ones just so you can really see it. See how the cape is like
It's
now like,
super super crazy and shit. Yeah.
yeah.
Vicky, thank you. Alex very thundery, man. I would probably not go as crazy as that.
No, but like as an example, but
Hmm.
you can. I'd probably do like thickness. That's probably good, pretty good. Yeah, there you go.
There you go. That's much more like smoother, bouncier feel to it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's the layers. It's not even in itself. Like you can do more with. You could probably put the light more on him, or you can take certain things to not be affected. But it's there's so much things you can do now that I'm like, oh, I just don't have time for all of it. Um, so if you want something to not look vectorized, you can remove the vectorness of it, and it will like make it look like you hand drew it. All the different things, but again, it's like it's a weird zone where like if people can kind of tell if it's too perfect,
Hmm.
but you could go in and yourself, you kind of like scatter everything out a little bit to make it like dirtier. You can like go in over here, and if you really wanted to make it look like you hand drew all those lines, well, you could scatter things around so it can go here. I'm not gonna save this for sure because I'm not down with it. It's gonna be really small amount.
What does that say? Randomize?
Unlock everything. Okay, I can put a little more. Why is it doing this? Oh, is it because it's the? Yeah, it's doing that. Okay. Okay. Ooh, there's so much. It's getting a little scared. You can tear things around. You can go to individual frames. You can kind of like move
Hmm.
it around a little bit.
Retain that same consistency on it. Yeah.
And then you can throw some of the strength in there to kind of edit some of the widths a little bit.
Hmm.
So you could add your own effect to the line width. I believe you could do that with the noise, but you could target specific ones and you'd add
Specific
noise
ones now.
specific to
Yeah.
certain pieces of line work, and that would randomize the line works to not be too perfect. So it's like making a solid clean object and then like destroying it little by little. and
Hmm.
you would get your effect.
But do you still need to like do that frame
I
by
don't know, man. There's so
frame?
much. There's so much.
Or
I don't even. And then right here, you could get the lighting too. You can like change the lighting a little bit on some of this. So if you don't like that, you can like move it down. Something you have like multiple shades here,
hmm.
right? And then you could like get some paint on top of that, and you could paint on top of it, different lightings. See if I can do that. Here, give me the Gino one. I do gotta go do homework, so I'm gonna show you this real quick, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, Black Liquid, you could go and follow Berlai here
So
on D Live
you
and
can
stuff.
delete them.
He's actually in my info description. You
Delete
can
those
add
two.
him up.
One right.
Pretty sure he's gonna stream.
Oh,
I
this
don't
is
know, man.
oh no 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 no.
Bear, when was the
Yellow.
last time
Let's
you
go
that you streamed?
yellow. Just not so much. I kind of want to like gingerly put it on.
Anyway, I'll put Berlai's link uh in there. Give me a sec.
You could probably lock everything that's not this and just like add the color, add this new vertex paint on top of it. Oh, so what you would do is you would go to shade. It'd be white. Shade. There it is.
Hey, Amber.
You can make your own. See, you have these going on here. So now you can make your own gradients on top of lines, but it's the line system. So if you want to make just like one seamless gradient, you can.
Hmm.
This is the best way I know how to make it without having to go into all the options. It's using like a single line and then using that line to do something. So right here, see if I can show you guys. Whoever may be watching.
We got
Same
like
here.
15 people.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I bored people yet because I'm like,
No.
okay.
No.
5 people in D Live, two in Picarto, a few on Twitch too. So if you
Oh,
wanna
Picardo.
go follow this guy, he's amazing. He's been teaching me how to use Blender for like a year now, and he keeps on discovering new shit,
Some new and newer stuff.
new and newer
So
stuff. Right.
right here, and then you could blur this off on the edges as well. So it'd be like here. So you could make a bunch of paint strokes like this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that looks cool.
I feel bad now because like, oh, now he wants us to speak. No, no, please don't feel pressure. I'm like, because I really do gotta go. I feel bad. I'm
No,
like,
no,
dude,
no.
I gotta go do things. I gotta do my Japanese homework. It's still have like 4 more pages.
Ooh, you're doing Japanese homework. What
Uh,
level are you on Japanese right now?
level 1.
Level?
Yeah.
What textbook are you using?
Let me see. It's called Genki, an integrated course into elementary Japanese.
Sweet, let's practice. I'm on Genki 2 now.
Oh, you're on Genki too. Oh, so good.
So good. Japanoise, yes.
No, I'm not. I can read, but speaking, it's like I know very basic stuff. I'm not like that yet, unfortunately.
Wait,
Yeah, but once
isn't
you get a
the
little
reading
better, can we practice?
part?
I need to get better at the basics.
I have a
Mm,
question.
So,
Why don't you just make the line but make the stroke bigger?
you could do that too. It's just because I want a little more control. Because like
Oh, okay.
since we have one stroke, it's gonna get a little wacky. So I'm trying to transition it nicely. This is kind of the best way to transition. So you know, it's like
Mm.
there's a way to like make it look really nice. I'm gonna make it all in one. It's gonna be in draw, and then I'm gonna go to it was vertex paint, and oh yeah, okay. So you can just like draw everything as white, and it can kind of that works too. Just okay. Let's do all base and then go from there. It'll be a little easier. And then we convert it over here. The reason why we go through all this is because you can animate it. That's the only reason that it's worth it going
Mm.
through all these hurdles is because everything that's drawn in here can be animated. And that's the only reason
Mm.
that we would be hypothetically going through all this to be able to do. And then let's go like a deep pink over here. Okay, sounds about good. And then we can decrease the widths on the edges too. Oh, that is
ooh.
yeah, there's multiple things, but let's see if I can. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. Oh, my tools aren't here. No wonder. I was like, why isn't this going where? Okay, whatever. I'll just show you guys this. Look this way. To the back. Okay. I have macros that are not set for some reason right now.
Does it
So then if
carry over for like the next version of
yeah, it all
Blender?
does. It's just because this version I have barely been using it.
Mm-hmm.
It's so a lot of the stuff aren't there. Oh, that's kind of cool. You can blur it out. You can kind of like
Oh no.
strobe
Oh
effect.
fuck.
That's not
What
what
is
turned up
happening?
here. Yeah.
Oh no, you're glitching out.
Oh no. Okay.
I'm losing you.
Okay. So you can after you get like an effect like this, you could probably put this on a character. I was making some waves the other day,
Mm-hmm.
doing this kind of effect. Uh,
Yes, that looks
so
like
once you go here, now that we go
Pokemon
through the
effect.
effort of putting like multiple like brush strokes on top of, I'll probably composite this actually. Let's see. Red Hitman sending me stuff randomly. Red Hitman, are you in the chat right now? How do you know I'm doing things? Is Red Hitman in this chat?
Red Hammond? I don't know. It depends. Where does he
You guys
Maybe
in
usually
a
watch
the
you?
maybe a Kuya stream.
Yeah.
Okay. That probably is because he's like randomly like he's hitting me up right now. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't look at it. I'm doing this. I'm sorry. But we got these like little effects right here. So then you can like throw again. We can make it look like multiple brush strokes once you throw the generator on top of it.
Okay, I'm gonna go, guys. Good night.
See you, Kuma. Good
Good
night.
night, Kuma.
Hopefully, you feel a little inspired of using Blender to get this kind of going on.
Hmm.
So then you can add everything you do. So you can stretch out. You can anything that you would with like a paint program or drawing on top of something with paint. You can mimic it. So hypothetically speaking, if you wanted to like, actually let me do some like, okay, let me take off that. Oh yeah, you have onions, but I don't want to onion it yet. Okay. Give me. I'm gonna save this. What I like to do is I like to keep that original frame saved, just in case I tear it apart too much.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go too crazy with it. All right, take this off. So now that we're here, now we can start deforming it and turning it into a brush stroke. Like this. Something like this. Curve it this way.
Man, I'm gonna be thinking about this shit later. Fuck.
I know you already feel all the cool stuff you can do, huh? Okay. So then like when it scatters, you can probably scatter them as they're coming this way. We can like make it look like so you would have to layer like a second layer on the bottom of it to make the trace of how the light how the brush is hitting it. So you
Mhm.
can make a trace of it as it's going this way. You can make a trace of paint. And you could also convert your, let's say you make something in Krita or like Photoshop, you could draw something in there and you could convert it over as a PNG sequence and use this to animate it. So you
Mhm.
could have the PNG sequence and match these up to use your different program with PNG sequence that we were learning earlier. So you can combine and mix and match, but you just can't edit it. So if you wanted to edit it, you would put it in one of your screens here. You would have Blender, and one of the screens you would have your animation program, and you can
Mhm.
convert them over to each other. You can change it, and this program will immediately reload it. So you could technically edit something in a different program and reload it into this one.
Oh yeah, because
So if you
Blender,
really wanted
whenever you
to,
like
so you
put
could use both
any
programs.
assets on it, it kind of
But if you wanted to
auto
kind of like make it nice and subtle,
auto adjusts
this.
itself, right?
Me Bezier curve, slow, and then in. Okay. Ooh, don't want that. Oh, I don't like this. I'll probably just do these frames instead. Twos. Okay. So now as it's
So
coming up
Blender
this
can do
way,
2D animation. Yeah, they have been nailing
this.
it since last year, right? With Blender version 8. Amber, remember the little animation that we did like last year where Amaya is like on top of a building and stuff? It should be like if you vaguely remember with like the
You
blue
see why
background
I
and
picked the
stuff.
multiple layers now? Just so I can have the ability to kind of like break them apart and make the stroke kind of expand a little bit.
Hmm.
Because if I'm working just on widths, it kind of like lags a little bit. I
Hmm.
kind of like don't have much control. But if the more lines you have, the more you can break it apart, stretch
Mhm.
it, mold it into separate spots. So here,
Yeah, that one is made with like Blender 8.0 where they first introduced the grease pencil, right there.
oh, dude, it's so much. It's so
And
different now, man.
yeah, and now Blender have a lot more on their space and shit, and Berla's just showing off what he discovered recently, and I'm like, why are you showing this now, man? I'm busy with a lot of shit.
Now you'll be forever busy. This is on twos. One, two. Let's see, three. Yeah, let's go in there.
So yeah, if Black Liquid is still on chat, Black Liquid, I would highly recommend you watch Bearlie if he decides to like get back into
Oh no,
streaming.
I know Black Liquid. I talk to him on Instagram sometimes. Black Liquid's really cool too. Is he in the stream right now?
Yeah, he's on the stream.
Oh, oh man, it's not what it
Because
looks like.
the
I
last
don't
time
know,
I
Black.
saw
I don't know,
I
Black.
saw Black Liquid, he was playing around with Toon Boom Animate, right?
Oh yeah, Toon Boom.
Harmony,
Yeah.
same thing that I've been playing around as well.
Oh,
Um,
it just makes it like, huh? Oh, but I don't know. This looks a little tempting.
Amber says, "Kuya, did you ever see the traditional portraits I did for a school?" No, not yet, sweetie. I've seen some of the other Photoshop stuff that you've been working on last stream, but like not the traditional stuff.
I was on twos. Give me ones. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do some fill-ins over here to make it really smooth. Since I didn't delete and take away anything, it'll interpolate all these in betweens I got here, make it nice and smooth. And I'll probably delete some here and there.
And then to you. Thank you, sweetie. May want to learn it, but it doesn't have much good videos on how to use it, and those
No, it
videos are not
doesn't.
that.
It really doesn't.
That's why
I
you
know I
need to
wanted to
be.
try to give people the videos, but I'm like, I can't. I'm so
That's why
busy.
you need to be on Berlai's stream and stuff. And
I
whenever he's
know.
doing it,
That's like
you
people.
open your program as well, have him on your other monitor or some shit, and then just do it the same time as he is doing it. And that's basically how we did it back in the day and shit, right, Bear? If you can remember
That's how
that.
we do it, man. That's how I used to just teach people how to do it, but it's just I haven't had. I've been so busy doing my thing. I feel bad. People out there that want to use this beautiful program. And then here, and then let's go here, and then expand these all. So now you can animate them expanding, so it's like filling out the sheet with the color, like this. Like
Don't worry,
this.
guys. Berlai has promised us videos in the future.
I know.
So if
I
he
feel
doesn't
so bad right
deliver,
now.
we'll like bash his Twitter or some shit. Hey, where's the videos and
Yeah,
shit?
then I'm banned on that. Thanks a lot, you jerk. I've been banned because like people. I guess it was either because there's two reasons. It's either because someone said the Sonic movie sucks, fight me, and I told them, "Do you want us to show up with torches or fire, or torches or pitchforks?" And then, or it was because people kept posting their fan cams of like BTS, and I kept reporting them because it was like something completely irrelevant, like there was a massacre and there was a massacre in Kazakhstan today. Yeah, maybe they wouldn't have been massacred if they were fans of Jin Kun and they would put the fan cam. Like, what are you talking about, you lunatic? It was like stuff like that. I was like, come on, dude, seriously. And then I guess I was reporting too many of those like rabid BTS fans, and it just got bad. I'm like, oh, there you go. Which I love BTS, don't get me wrong, but man, the fandom gets a little wild. Anyways,
I mean, I've seen the
so
Sonic movie. I don't think it's bad, you know. I was
no,
honestly expecting a lot worse from it. That's for sure.
I expected a lot worse. That's
Yeah.
kind of sad.
Mm.
And you can use this as a texture. So let's say you have a character. Let's say you have a character moving. So if you want to have a painted look, like there's painted brushstrokes on top of something, specifically there is. You remember that Christmas movie that came out? It was not. It's one that came out recently. It was the Santa Claus one. It was Claus. Yeah, Claus. Claus.
Oh,
Klaus.
I
that
love
one was so
claws.
good,
Yeah,
man.
so they use this technology. They use the program that does this, and they like put nodes and stuff. But essentially, they put a model, and they model textures on top of something, and then
Hmm.
they export the textures on top of the vectors that they use, and they convert
Mm-hmm.
them together. So essentially, you don't even have to go through that process. You can make your own textures with something, and like you have a 3D program you're working with. You know what I mean? So you could texturize a 3D object, remove the model, but keep the textures being morphed, and
Oh
then
yeah, I
composite
think
those
I
textures.
remember which famous artist did that thing. Was it Picasso or some shit? Where they have
Did he
like
do that?
an animated movie with like a lot of textures with them, and this
Oh, are
thing
you
kind of
referring to
reminds
Loving
me of it.
Vincent?
Warhol?
Yeah, I think so. Right.
Yeah, it's Loving Vincent.
Vincent.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, Van Gogh. Right, right, right. That
Oh no,
one.
they hand painted everything. They literally hand
Yeah,
painted it all.
he hired a lot of artists to do that manually.
Okay.
Yeah, they had like 100. What is it, like 100 artists or something like that? It was
Oof.
insane.
Yeah. It's a lot
Okay,
of
so
work.
then we would convert this. It would be here, and we're gonna do lines. No, we're gonna do here. Okay, this is all together. Can I merge? No, I can't merge them. Okay, so I'm gonna put fills instead. This and then this. So this is so you can chain masks together. So this is being masked by this. Okay, that makes sense. So this is being masked by this. Where is it? Okay, I don't need this one. This is masked by this, and then mask this one by the bottom one. So you don't transfer them over. So you can chain your masks together.
Hmm.
Let me show you that. Mask it by fills. Fills. Okay, and then fills.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
Hmm.
Side, dude.
it's Black Liquid.
Black liquid.
Black
Is
Liquid
that
is
you?
in the VC.
That's the first time I ever heard you, man.
Black liquid?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, hi.
In
Hello.
the flesh. That's
He's
so-
Well,
real.
He's
well, not in
real.
the flesh though.
There's no way. No way. No way at all. Nice,
I
nice
am
photo,
here.
man. You're
Welcome
always
to the
here.
Discord.
Welcome.
He's been
I've
here,
been
guys. What
here
do you
like a
mean?
long time ago.
Yeah.
But you
He,
haven't visited.
Actually, I've just been
And
in and out.
he does, but you know, he's not a recurring character. If that makes sense. He's rare.
and what
He's
season is
rarely
this? And
here.
he comes back.
Yeah.
Just think
It's
of me as
season
Kenpachi.
2020 something.
He's not mostly like one of the very active ones that like
So
they
is he a formidable foe that just comes back?
yes.
Oh, okay.
Just think of me of Kenpachi.
I do not
Just
know
think
that
of
character.
me like Kenpachi. Where's
I do not know.
Bleach? Come on. You know Bleach,
Oh,
the anime.
Yeah, but I didn't watch Bleach that long, so I'm probably out of the loop on the characters.
It
Oh,
had
man.
this character every time he disappears and you don't see him for a while, he come back even stronger.
there you go.
Yeah.
Like Louis.
Mm,
No way. That
don't
that
know
is
those characters.
every time I see you have something new to show from Toon Boom. Every time I see like your Instagram, I'm like, oh man, that's what he's doing. That's cool. I see your stuff
Yeah,
recently.
I make Toon Boom videos and Clip Studio and Pin to Sai, File Packer. I make those videos on YouTube and post them on my YouTube channel
I think
man.
Fire
for people who wants
Alpaca,
to use the program.
especially
But I tell myself
nowadays.
once I learn Blender, then I'll start to make videos. Apparently, some of the people on them liking, well, my viewers liking how I edit my videos.
Mhm.
So I try my best to zoom in and stuff, so people ain't go hard be straining their eyes and be all up in the screens and stuff. I'm doing all of this off my laptop though. I don't have a second screen.
I see. Yeah,
Yeah.
I really do. You'd probably fill in something that I'm really lacking. Is I just don't post anything. I don't post the videos that everyone needs, but I'm like, oh, I'm just so busy.
Well,
I
when you
don't do.
really look at it, right, is you had a feel in order to move forward, you know. Some videos from the past, like for people who just use Paint to Sai,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people just use Paint to Sai, and a lot of people going over to Paint to Sai too. So when it comes to Paint to Sai too, the problem with Paint to Sai is it always have this memory and internal, I think it's RAM and internal memory. People are always having problems with that.
Well, Paint Tool Sai has a
So
limit when it comes to like its layers and shit. That was the first problem with like the first version of Paint Tool Sai.
yeah,
But that's
but
like 200
after
layers and shit. So unless you're like doing super janked up stuff, you're fine. You're
oh
good to
yeah,
go.
what I experimented in Paint to Sai is when it comes to Paint to Sai, depends on the size of the canvas and how much canvas you're going to be working on though. Separately from separately in Pinto side itself. And the reason why you keep getting insufficient memory is because your RAM or your memory is too full. It is legit tell you that how much memory you have left, percentage of memory you have left on your computer. And I found a way to kind of go about not well for it not to show that now. So basically, I'd have an extra RAM in your computer in order for it not to do that.
Amber says,
Yeah,
whenever I try to learn
Very,
animation,
very
I
happy.
get too ambitious
I'll actually show a
and get
video in how
discouraged.
to transfer the Paint2Sci files, the actual file folder to an
Ooh, that
extra
looks
RAM,
really
so it
good.
will be popping up when you open up Paint2Sci. So you will be seeing a red mark coming up to any insufficient memory. That kind of nonsense, man.
That's the noise scale doing
At
that, right?
first, the video I did make before was saying that, oh, well, maybe you had to clean your computer and maybe you had to clean out your computer and update your graphics card and stuff like that. One of the videos I create. But
Mhm.
then it still are people who are saying it it's still getting insufficient memory and stuff. So I say, all right, let me go back and experiment a bit in it and see what's really going on. And then I say, in video, when you download a video game and you put it in your computer, it actually has a install file, which you will have to install it again on your computer. So I
Mm-hmm.
say, I'm gonna try something like that and see if it have something like that for Paint to size. So I went in and I copy it and I put it across into my next hard drive, and it worked. And again, the insufficient memory, and again the other put over maximum, well, full RAM now. It didn't full out my RAM. It didn't full out my memory and stuff. Like you see, your computer come with a certain amount of memory, and
Mhm.
that is what will be showing from what you install onto that memory on the computer. But if it have a second RAM, a second memory card onto the computer, you put everything onto that, so it ain't gonna be straining the previous one that is on the computer. Try to explain it in that way, but that's how I come up with it
I
though.
think that's a good way to
It's the only
like
workaround
put
so
it,
It
far.
Anthony. But like
it worked
people,
real good. A lot of people like the video, and a lot of people praise the video because it detailed and how I show how to do it
Mhm. I
and
think
stuff.
most
So
people
I just
just.
experiment with a lot of things now and then.
Mhm.
I hear now YouTube saying to get a little more difficult. Just know they might raise the subscriber rate to 2,000 or something. So,
Mhm.
and I
Congratulations,
hear that
man.
they
That's
don't need to
big.
pay the content creators.
Mhm.
I know how that gonna work out for all of us. The truth after Logan Paul fucked up with that Japanese foresting, showing people hang themselves. All of us small content creators get fucked in the ass. I was
Well,
now I now started see cents some pennies coming on my videos and thing when I now started monetize my videos now. And then the day right after that video with Logan Paul popped up, and then the day after that, YouTube just went down hard on everybody.
Yeah.
And that is shit that it happened.
mm-hmm.
And after that I was like, wait boy, really man? So I had to reach 1,000 followers and I had about 4,000 views on my videos or some shit like that they were saying. I was like, boy, yeah, nothing you could do again, yes. Just bye.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
But
from the Caribbean, eh? So
yeah,
like I say,
here's one
I
thing
have to
that
get
I
it
could
together.
like say to people,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, man.
Um,
It's just a different landscape. I don't play. I don't. That's why I don't. I try not to aim for YouTube anymore. I try and aim for private commission work because
mhm.
as much as it was nice, as much as a nice pipe dream it was to become a YouTube animator, it's just you have to play the game. There are some people that are playing the game pretty well, where you have to get some. You have to get really one. You got to make stuff that are trendy. Two, you got to be able to animate quickly. So like a video bi-weekly,
Mhm.
which you technically can, especially with like stuff like Blender or Toon Boom. You can like have your models already kind of there. So there is ways to play the landscape. But if you want to play the YouTube game, you're not animating for yourself. You're not animating for commission work. You're animating for YouTube. You have to play the landscape. So that's the problem with a lot of
Yeah,
this stuff.
I,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about there when it comes to that. And I actually came up with a good bit of ideas when it comes to Blender though.
Mhm.
That's why I want to learn it. Yeah, so I don't really learn
That looks really
everything
good, Bear.
else when it comes to other programs wise now, like Krita. If like it had the free programs and then it had the programs you had to pay for. You understand?
Mhm.
And Toon Boom is a very expensive program to pay for. I don't have the money to pay for it, so I went and I got a crack fit.
Yeah, Toon
Mm,
Boom is super
yeah,
fucking
You
man.
understand?
expensive, man.
I
It's
got
not
a
a joke.
I got a crack for mines, and the crack
We
is
don't say
from
that here.
2017, from the 2017 version.
Hmm.
Yes, and it was actually a Spanish person, a Spanish girl who was talking about it, but I didn't understand what she was saying. But the video she made was easy to understand because she showed it in a way, and I had to painstakingly go
Okay,
through the
okay, okay.
video
Let me
and say,
intersect
oh,
for a little
this
bit.
is the same process
Black Liquid, hello,
from
Anthony.
2017. So
Anthony, one sec, right?
I did it for
Ah,
2020, the latest one that come out, and boy, I say, all right, since I have 2020, I should make a video for everybody else to get 2020 also. But you see, Media Fire and what you call it, Mega Upload or something. So
Black Liquid.
the only way I could upload the file for everybody else to get it is through Google Drive.
We have a question in here, guys. 1 second.
Yeah.
Right, Amber is like
Yeah.
asking. So, what do you think? Blender would be a better program to learn to animate, right? What's your opinion on that? Let's start with Anthony, because you've been playing around with all of the animation programs and stuff, right? What do you think?
When it comes to Blender versus Toon Boom, I'll say, Blender still have a way to go when it comes to the 2D animation. It's still lacking some things though to make it much understandable. Cause when you see you using Blender, how I've seen some of the videos on them so far, you have to arrange everything in order for you to use 2D in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, son. Yeah, you arrange things. You gotta go through a thing. Unlike in Toon Boom, when you go on it, you just start to draw one time, and the layers there for you to put
But
down and clean up and colored and put in your shades. But the messed up part with Toon Boom is it nodes.
But
use.
you gotta understand, Anthony, right? Blender,
Yeah.
first of all, is a 3D program. It's not
Yes.
specifically made for
That
2D, right?
that I understand that. I understand that. Well, which makes it unique. You
Mm-hmm.
understand?
Mm-hmm.
The both of them is unique in its own way, right? When
Mm-hmm.
it comes to Blender, you could make your 3D models and you could draw over them. You could pinpoint, you could set it up in a way so you could draw them and you could use 3D with 2D, which makes it very unique from Toon Boom. In
Mm-hmm.
Toon Boom, you had to make files. I think what the files on them called in Blender when you had to make, to cry across. I think it's FX. Some is a name here is called it. You gotta
Mm-hmm.
make a certain file in Blender in order to carry it across into Toon Boom in order to use 3D in Toon Boom,
Mm.
which I find, which I find, uh, which I
Time
find it really
consuming.
making us, yeah, very time consuming.
Here's my
It's
opinion
just
on it.
it in
'Cause
my in a way. I want to really put it. If I have to use Blender to do everything, which eventually it will happen, you understand? Because it's reaching that point, you won't have to use any other 2D software. Once they master that grease pencil, Blender will be the go-to program for everything, and it's free too. You understand? You won't have to pay no monthly course and all that nonsense.
Mhm.
It's just when it comes to putting everything, organizing everything up, that is just the time-consuming part of it. You come into it, you click animation, then you have to go into to make sure you're drawing on the right part and stuff. That is just, I find they should have a separate part for that. So you not to go through all that nonsense. If I Although you're working in 3D space, I find they should have a separate part for that. Even if that make the file much bigger, like let's say a gig for the most, a gig ain't gonna be much on your computer. If that make it a little bigger, to put two separate files into the program itself, one for animation, and you can integrate the animation into the 3D. That would be great. That's so much things they could do with it though.
All I say is for anybody who wants to get into any type of animation whatsoever, no matter what it is, other than like even maybe claymation, maybe not so much claymation, I suppose,
Mhm.
or Lego stop motion. Boy, anything that is media based, whether 2D or 3D, get in Blender. Uh, it
Yeah,
just it just is what it is. Like either you take the pill now and learn Blender, or you're gonna take it later when everyone's already there, when all the big boys are already established,
Mhm.
and you're gonna be
yeah,
behind the
you're right
curve.
when you say that.
Yeah.
You're right when you say that. You're really right when you say that. That's why I want to learn it though.
My take,
Yeah.
One thing with me, right? Once I learn something and I understand it, I'm going to make a video and for other people to understand it. Because I have this girl on YouTube named Bird Brain or something. So me know if you heard of her before. She does do Toon Boom animation tutorials now. And the way how she's edited videos, amazing. I ain't seen no other Toon Boom creator doing that. What she's doing. She's make it fun and entertaining to actually watch and learn from her. I have for that. That's why I just want to make videos like that too. Though. Before she even come on the scene, I trying to make videos like that. 'Cause every time I go on YouTube and I watch a video, I'll be squinching my eyes, I'll be up in the screen, I'll pause the video, I'll enlarging the screen in order to follow the cursor like if I had a shotting gun. Yeah, son. you, you,
Good.
you,
It's a good
you know
analogy.
you
Mhm.
know the struggles, right?
Yep.
Oh,
And
I know,
if
man.
you if you're a person who not speaking English, you're not gonna follow. So when you really look at it on your video, you're going to get a lot of dung likes. A lot of people gonna dung like you. So I
Mm.
try to make my video so even though you're not speaking English, you could follow, and it'll.
That's very nice, you know. That's a very, very good thing to do to the overall community and stuff, right? But my take on it is like whatever program you're using, right? Whether it be Blender, whether it be Clip Studio, Krita, there's a bunch of really, really free stuff out there that you can utilize and use to learn animation, right? It's just really within what your preference is, you know? In the long run, Blender can do a lot of stuff, right? But like if you're aiming to work for, let's say, an animation studio or something, right? Most likely their animations tools would be, TV Paint for the old Disney stuff, uh, Toon Boom, which is widely used everywhere else, especially in the United States, right? If you
Yeah.
look at Japan Productions, most of their stuff are made in Silas's, things, which is Clip Studio or Manga Studio for their Akantes and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you have a plethora of different options for you. It's just that depending on how you work, right? Let's say me, I work with a lot of what do you call it, Berlai? The other thing besides
Cell
vector?
shading.
No, no, no.
I'm back.
Bitmap,
Internet just went
bitmap
down.
stuff, right? Like you're very very much into like your hand skills and stuff.
Raster?
Yeah, yeah, raster stuff. You would
Oh, rasterize.
probably
Yeah.
wanna look at I'd say Krita Clip or Toon Boom or TV Paint when it comes to those stuff, right?
We're
The
talking
reason
about
why,
rasterization
Mm-hmm.
sure. The reason
or
why I would
vector.
argue. Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Black Liquid?
Vector.
Yeah,
Vector. You going?
I was gonna argue that as beautiful and as great as rasterization is, and you could still use it for so many things, especially for like backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
The main problem with animation is it's very expensive and it's time
It's time
consuming.
consuming, yeah.
Which
So,
why which is the reason why companies have to outsource so much of their animation out.
mm-hmm.
But if we're
Yeah,
able
to
to
other
close
countries.
exactly many other countries, you have to export, especially Korean like art studios. If you could get animation to get to a point where you can minimize, you can half the amount of time that it takes to do the in betweens while still maintaining the visuals of rasterization. That's the goal
Of
of these
what Blender
programs.
is doing, yeah.
Yeah, the weakness of rasterization is your hand doing all these scenes,
Mm-hmm.
and the weakness of vector, a lot of vector and model stuff is it looks very static. Now
Mm-hmm.
what I've dedicated myself for the past few years is like I'm trying to find a way to shave all that time off and still keep the look of a rasterized look, to true to rasterized look, while at the same time being able to shave all the time off. So it's looking at all the elements that make a rasterization, whether it's the
The line
imperfect
weight,
perfectness of it.
yeah.
I'm sorry?
The
Yeah,
line
the
weights
line
and
width, line
stuff. Yeah.
variation, the
Huh.
smoothness. It's the control. So you could technically do an entire the all your roughs in Blender.
In
All your
Blender,
roughs
yeah.
can be do here, and you could convert them easily
Yeah.
to vectors. So it shaves so much time between your roughs and your cleanup work, and then your final as you export into like say like After Effects or like the company's program, or you
Mm-hmm.
can import a PNG sequence and do cleanup work in Blender itself. So
But you see
eventually,
now,
sir, go ahead. I'm sorry.
uh, cut yours finishing.
No, yeah, it was just it's either Blender can do what other programs do now, or it's eventually going to do
All of
everyone
everyone else
else's thing.
process, yeah.
So it's either
That
get
is
you
true.
yeah, and that's the thing is that you want to be one step ahead. Is the reason why I'm so invested is because it's free, so anybody can join in on this. Now remember, if something's free, that is very very competitive to a lot of programs, especially to like stuff like Maya. So if you're having a free
Yeah, my
program,
shit.
I don't use Maya, but I've heard it's going downhill. Blender can duke it
Yeah,
out with Maya now with the
I hear in Disney and all them big companies and them saying, fuck off with Maya and going with Blender now. A lot of industries going with Blender now because it's very powerful and it's free. They don't have to
Mm-hmm.
spend money. You
Hey,
understand?
Rap,
And
hey, we this is free and there's frequent updates and there's a huge community and there's tons of add-ons and it's in Python so anybody can develop stuff. So
I
so
suck with coding.
so the
I
point is saying
suck with
either
code.
get in Blender now because eventually it's going to do everything else and it's free and everyone's going to be doing it. All these kids are going to be learning how to use Blender and they're going to be doing everyone who had a chance to get ahead now is going to be
Mhm.
behind while these kids are growing up with these programs. We're also going to we would have been stuck on like we would have been stuck on the current programs we're using now. But if you're using Blender, Blender's not going anywhere. It's gonna still be here, especially vector technology. It's still in its infancy, and it's already taking over everything. Like you can already mimic paint. You can, I mean, look at those anime 3D. They're getting so much better now. Anime 3D
True,
anime is
true, true.
way better now than what it used to.
Mhm.
So much better.
You could do a lot more
And
now in
me
Blender.
and Berlai have
But I
seen
realize
the
something when it comes
improvements.
to Toon Boom, eh? Let me tell you something when it comes to Toon Boom and Blender. Although Toon Boom can't use 3D as of yet, you can't model and sculpt and thing like how they add in Blender
Uh huh.
in Toon Boom. But they add something in Toon Boom that make it actually very unique though. The perspective grid, the 1.2 point and fish eye and all kind of perspective tool they put into Toon Boom now. That is one. The next thing they do in Toon Boom now is make it possible to give you cutout animation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, South Park and the likes. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, they make it possible in Toon Boom to give you cutout animation characters a kind of 3D feel to it. Like I would say a 2.5 3D, 2.5 2D kind of feel, like close to 3D. You could give it that kind of feel. So look like cutout, like robotic kind of cutout kind of characters. And the way you rig your
Oh, I see what
characters,
you mean. Okay.
you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, like so it
And
doesn't look
and
flat
have
and
a
static. They're able to not make it look static and flat. You get to
yeah,
make it look smooth.
you can make it look like it real it not tricky. It just a learning curve to it. But when it's done, you could add it to any platform you want to put it in, though. Any games and stuff, which makes it very unique, though.
Hmm.
And the Toon Boom software actually is a Caribbean program. It came from the Caribbean. I
Oh, it came
actually
from the
meet the
it came from the
I
Caribbean?
actually
Oh,
yeah I actually met the woman who was the developer for it. It's a
nice.
white
Oh,
woman.
cool.
She came down here and she was talking to us and stuff. That when I was in university. And I saw her. She's a very decent woman. A lot of things being developed too in the Caribbean too, so all over the place.
Yeah, Toon Boom used to be like this random program that that was very difficult to use, and a lot of people had no idea about it. Like this is Toon Boom. Like I don't know. It was weird. People it was too scary. And then Toon Boom Harmony came out, and everyone was like, "Oh, Toon Boom!" And the whole industry just merged onto
Just
Toon
merge
Boom,
into Toon
especially with
Boom.
the
Yeah,
rigging.
because
The
Hmm.
rigging's
yeah,
great.
the
The
rigging.
really good. I really
The
like the rigging.
rigging outmatch Flash. Everybody was on Flash. Even Ionut was on Flash. Flash was the shit back then. And then as soon as Toon Boom come on the scene, the rigging and Toon Boom was strictly vector based for cutout animation.
Hmm.
It's still for cutout animation, but it's for traditional animation also. Even the Japanese and them too starting to see the worth of it. You know, son? And they're making a lot of things. I could even in Blender make I actually saw a video the other day where you could make a 3D character and you could put it into Toon Boom and you could how to put mod it. No, not mod it. I forget the name. I was just had it on the tip of my tongue, and
Mm.
It's fine, man.
you could puppeteer it.
Oh,
Yeah,
you can rig. Oh, I see. I see.
yeah. But you like say the fingers, the hand, the whole entire everything had to be cut up in pieces, and it had to be placed in its own
Similar
layer.
to Live 2D, right, Bear? You remember Live 2D?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mhm.
I've seen people convert like a 3D object into something that's more 2D. So you can get your different angles, which is good because you could get a different angle of the puppet, so to speak. Then you could automatically rig it and then use that new different angle, which cuts out a
rig it.
lot. But a
That's
problem,
what I wanted to say.
you're having to
Rig it.
you're having to switch stuff. It's a lot of
Mhm.
switches. From what I understand, like I know that Adobe Animate is like nothing but switches, but it's very intuitive switching. Like you could just click, 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 click. Like it's just very easy on the switches.
Mhm.
Um, but I think that's one of the weaknesses is that you have to rig stuff where there's zero rigs. I've used zero rigs on anything. It's literally as if I just drawed everything. And that's one of the big things that I don't want is because that's the main thing that deters people is if it looks like it's rigged and I'm trying to minimize to zero rigged look.
Mhm.
So being able to move in and out of perspective, let me see if I can go faster on this. Make it like 12. Oh, too fast. Okay, let's go 60. Okay.
But yeah, Amber, if you ask me, try to learn as much as you can because each and every program has their own learning curves,
Mm-hmm.
right? And like it really depends on like how you want your work to be outputted and how you want to work on it really is like the end like goal for it. Like for me, I use three separate programs to make like most of my animations and stuff depending on what I'm doing. So yeah, I'd say just pick up everything, try to learn as much as you can, be versatile and stuff, especially if you wanna like uh try out and go to studio works when it comes to animation and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's really like the
Well,
best way to like approach things, you know. There's not really a definitive way of like what's the best animation program because each and every person has their own like different ways on how they do animation, and that's the
yeah, that's
beauty of
true.
it. It's
Everybody has
just
the way in how
when
they
we
go
were
about
playing around with
certain
Blender
everything.
like last year and stuff, Berla and I were like geeking
Hmm.
out over it because it cuts down a lot of stuff from like the traditional work that I'm used to and stuff. So
Yeah, I remember
there you
seeing
go.
him when he was doing it sometime back. I don't know, but I think it was 2 or 3 months ago. I can't remember,
Hmm.
but it was sometime back. I was watching him doing it, and he didn't really have to. He didn't have to redraw anything though. I think he was moving the
Mm-hmm.
parts
Hmm.
to the keyframes, like morphing the parts to the keyframes. Yeah, I want to do that though.
Believe it, no, all this has done that. Everything that you're seeing on my screen has been done that way.
Yeah, I've been
Everything.
seeing you doing that, like morphing the parts,
Yeah, all
like very
I
recent.
95% of all my animation was morphed. So you can even see all these spots. All this was morphed. All of it. No,
I
I
find
100.
I find it real cool though. If how you was doing it though. And I was
Oh,
telling you,
oh,
make
you
a
like it when
video,
I'm doing
man.
it? Yeah.
I was telling you, make a bloody video. If I
What
had to edit it for you, I would do that.
one of
Oh,
the
love, man.
things
I really no. Yeah, I only all my animation work that you've seen today. All the Gene animations, so it's all morphed. Like I have one image of this guy, and it was just this one right here. I had one image, which is this right here, and I didn't even have to animate his hair. His hair animates himself. So see all this here? It was like a slight move, and I kind of moved him a little bit just to like show that he's kind of like breathing. That hair, I didn't even animate that hair. That was animated by itself with the noise. Check this out. So little things like this. So what you do is you target something
I
specifically.
can't see it.
Let me
I'm
see.
going to look for it.
Yeah.
just double click on his name on Discord. You should be able to like see it.
Oh, do you see it?
Mm, nope, he's not
Yeah,
watching it.
now seeing it. Just seen it.
Okay, there
Okay,
Oh,
you go.
cool.
Anthony's there now.
Yeah, this all these things were generated simple just by little molds, just by being very subtle with the things. That hair was generated by that was generated by this. So you target the hair and it'll add noise to it. So then it doesn't add so it's not really moving. So then you just add some noise to it and boom, you got this. This is all vectorized too. These are all just vectors. So you can go like
Very
here and then
clean though. Very
right?
clean.
Oh, I love it. And then you can take that off so then it looks straight up like like it's done like that. So then you have this going on. I was showing you this other one over here too. All these things, just this one character. I drew him one time, and I had all this now. All right, let me show you this one. All these frames are all molded.
Mhm.
That's cool.
And you compare
Oh,
that to the amount of time that I was working
Now
on
you can
mine,
just put that in a
you know,
game now.
it's a lot
I,
different.
I have it in I have it in a Unity. I have it in a game over here. This is for my school project. Yeah,
School
all this.
project.
Yeah, because I was going to school for web development. So, I still am going. I'm almost gonna graduate, but I was in
Web
going to school.
development. What are you guys using to do web development? Photoshop?
Uh, Photos? No, web develop. Well, yeah, you can use Photoshop, but it's more like CSS, HTML, JavaScript, and then using like
Java?
yeah, no, not Java. Unfortunately,
No.
fortunately, I don't have to get Java because I'm not gonna go on phones too much. I'm gonna aim more for like web stuff, like server based, just for a job. So
May I try coding it? I
Bear,
tried coding, but
look at
dude,
VC
I
chat for
am
a little
too
bit.
stupid to even remember what's when it comes to coding. I can't remember certain things, but I just forget
Mm,
too quickly.
Like,
it's
Alright, guys,
really
I'm
easy to
gonna
do.
go make food. I love you guys.
see you,
Bye,
Vicky.
Vicky.
And
Thank
I love
you.
Bye.
seeing you
Bye
guys
bye.
So I'm about to
too.
head out to the show. I was gonna show him real quick, and I'm gonna jam out too. All
Hmm.
this is made by molding, by the way. So all these little things.
Nice rim
All
light
this
effect on that one. That was good.
yeah.
Wow. That
I
looks
really like
awesome.
the subtleties on the cape, man. It's very good.
I like the
Oh,
camera movements and stuff, and the feel looking, the camera angles. It look really decent.
thanks. Yeah,
Everything's
those.
smooth and nice.
And I haven't even put the effects yet. This is all just raw Blender. It's all just raw. Like I still have to put like a bunch of stuff. Like
Mm.
there's like a stupid amount of stuff I still have to add to this.
Your computer don't crash when you're doing this.
He has a pretty
No, not
beefy
at all. Believe
computer.
it. No, I, okay. I will say that After Effects is kind of finicky when you. Well, the thing is, I have like 12 different layers, and they all have like a million. It's a lot of stuff running. Like these like how like a bunch of effects. I'll like stack these up a bunch of these. So
After
now,
Effects.
unfortunately, I have like 36 gigabytes of RAM just to make sure it doesn't slow down at
What
all.
you prefer to use? After Effects or Premiere Pro?
After Effects, because it's
Which one is less taxing on your computer?
Both of them are taxing.
um believe it or not, I've actually replaced Premiere with Blender's video program now. It's actually really good. It actually does a really good job. I was very surprised. Blender's video editing is actually very decent. It doesn't have a lot of the features that Premiere has, but is if you're just trying to chop something up and sequence stuff, it's
Mm.
amazing. I actually love it. It's that's what I'm saying. Like it's replacing everything. Like even in this video, I'll show you a video. Um, and this video editor. So now they have a video. You just add a video editor tab right here, and you can just like you can edit the encoder. You can use the encoders from Blender over here. Let's see. You can right here. Okay, so then you have all these different
So
encoders.
your animation down pack, right?
Nope, it's
So
all
when it comes,
unreleased.
all right, your animation is down pack. So when it comes to music now, if you're playing a dramatic music for that whole entire scene,
You could probably use the video editing program specifically for audio. Blender, you can edit, you can insert audio into here into your sequencer directly. So if you want to add like a million different like audio stuff, you can. It's not meant for the audio, but you can sequence it. You could sequence the audio. You could sequence it like if you're not going too complicated. Like I'll show you an example.
I'm
I have
talking about making your own music,
my own.
something unique to put into the um the animation itself. Fruit Loops,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you
I
know I've been
haven't
trying to learn this and it's very hard for me.
Well,
making
for
music
that,
animation.
Anthony, I think you can talk to Lass about like music production with like Ableton and stuff.
Mm.
'Cause he plays around with like music effects and shit, and like he even creates music and stuff.
If you can rip a copy of if you can rip a copy of FL Studio, no, Reaper's pretty good. I've been using Reaper. There's two. There's Reaper and there's FL Studio. I haven't delved too into I just got Reaper and I'm trying to convert all my my stuff to Reaper because it's so much straightforward. It's so much more
I
what I
actually use apps though. I use two apps, Music Maker, and this next one, another one. I forget name. Some music something. I forget the name, but I actually make some music while using it and try it out on my YouTube videos on them. And so far, I ain't get no copyright.
so far.
So
Good.
far,
So far,
So far, so
so
good.
far,
good for you.
so, so far, I get no copyright.
So, these ones I like using FL Studio because then you can compose directly into like the piano roll. If you guys are seeing my
Hmm.
screen now,
Mhm.
I don't know if you guys can hear that, but
I am seeing it, but I'm not hearing anything yet.
okay. Let me see. Let me put the audio on. I think you can hear it if I edit it. If I put audio on, let me see. It's gonna be screen. Change windows. Ah, there it is. It has to be directly, which is this one. Okay. So I like using this directly. You can sequence everything. It runs really well too, in my opinion. So all these are different ones that have sequence. So this is specifically for the audio. So you have your audio, you can sequence it directly there.
You build all those beats from ground up,
Yeah, all of
Yeah,
it.
you can make
or
it
you
in
have a
FL
guitar and
Studio.
stuff to play that.
I think Last uses the same program as well.
Hey boy, cinnamon boy.
Yeah, but this is very unmixed. This is very raw. I have a different song that I'm working with, but this is like this is just the example what I have. But if you want like to sequence stuff specifically, you can edit where you want the audio. So there's pro. I don't do that
I
yet.
wonder if you send this to Nintendo, how they gonna
No,
react.
no, 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 no. You don't want to do that.
They probably would sue me, man. I don't even know. It'd be more Square would probably try and sue me because Square owns the character. Well, wait, technically Nintendo owns Mario, but
But
you can synchronize everything. I wouldn't use that audio specifically. I would use more like I'm just doing it to compose the song. But if I wanted to track everything specifically, I'd probably use Blender when I'm editing it, just so I can edit the clips to match the music more. But because there's
hmm,
only so much you can do when you're trying to make the music. But if you really want to get chopped up, you have to chop the video up. And if you want to chop the video up, there's other better programs out there. I know Premiere has a pretty good one. Premiere has a pretty decent one for audio, but you can't compose music in Premiere to synchronize to the thing. So there's a limit to it. I don't think audio. I don't think Blender's ever gonna try and do audio because why do that
Why
when
would
there's so many
they
good
put
programs out
audio?
there? But
Yeah.
I do know that you can
actually,
use
I think they
Blender to do
might
it.
end up doing that.
They're gonna do. You think so? They're gonna do audio too? That'd be so funny, man. They
It
actually have
is.
VFX.
It
It's
is.
funny.
It is. They
Oh yeah, they
already
added motion track. I'm sorry, Kuya. They
Mm-hmm.
added motion tracking now.
I don't have
where
VR
And
is that?
gear.
have you seen that?
I think I
Look at that.
saw some demos of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I don't know how to do it that well, but there's like videos of it where like you just click some spots and then you click the two spots and then it'll track the image onto that spot. So you can make a 3D environment and then track your 2D grease pen onto that spot and then you'll perfectly keep that character there for you as
what
you're moving
was
the
that
camera around.
animation with like the red line thingy? Right, one sec. Let
Red
me
line?
find it.
The red line thingy.
Red
Are you
line.
referring to Redline the animation, or
No, no, there was like
are you referring to an effect which is a red line?
no, there I saw this
I don't know
animation
both.
in YouTube
You mean
where most of the things
you're
are
sketching in red line?
no. There was an animation in YouTube, right? It was a video that I saw
Red string.
before, and it was all in
I haven't gotten
reds.
into the
Looks
motion tracking yet, unfortunately, which is next in the
they
I need
used
to get
that.
into 3D. I'm not a 3D animator. I just know how to use a 3D environment, but I'm not like I'm like if anyone asks me like, "Hey, can you do some 3D animation?" No, because
The,
I'm not good at it. I'll literally say straight no.
you using Blender. So
Yeah,
basically, you're kind of on the scale, or say on the path to 3D.
Let me find it.
Yeah. The part it's made for. I'm not even gonna use it. It's funny. But you see, that's the cool thing about it is I can show people like, dude, I'm a 2D animator,
This
just
one, this one,
2D,
this
and I'm
one.
able to survive in Blender like very well. So that's
Guys,
kind of better.
look at
When
VC
it
chat
comes to
for
the
a little
grease
bit.
pencil,
And
he's a
comes the
grease
grease.
pencil guru.
So
The
VC
grease
chat,
pencil guru.
Crimson
Just the grease
Alpine.
pencil. What's up, Kuya?
I posted a
Wait, you
video,
see,
a YouTube link on VC chat. It's called Red Alpine. And like there's this one scene there around, let me find it. Around a minute, like 57 seconds in, where they use the 3D, they have a 3D environment on it, and they use the tracking on that to do that specific scene for Blender.
Oh yeah, okay. So I see. Okay, I'm gonna show you something real quick. So basically, you can move the camera. So I'm gonna kind of keep the perspective here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keyframe this. I'm gonna move the camera around a little bit.
Okay.
It's-
How do you add like a video clip from YouTube and then save the thread line or the timeline thingy? How do you do that?
The what? I'm sorry.
Like post a YouTube video link with like uh, the time stamp and shit.
Oh, the timestamp. I don't know how to do the red line. I didn't know that you could do that, but I just tell people to go to it. Hey, go to this spot.
Yeah. But like if you can see the link
And
that I
just
posted,
catch everybody
right?
next time.
See
I'm sorry.
Rain? Hello?
Would you say, Kuya?
Oh yeah, 58 minutes into that video and stuff.
Did you
The
send it?
animator, yeah, I sent it on VC chat.
VC chat.
Yeah, on Discord.
Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm not even showing my screen. Hold on. I was like, why? Like, because I was
Yeah,
gonna
I was seeing your
demonstrate.
screen as well.
No, I'm so sorry. Sorry. I was editing this over here. Hold on.
Mhm.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What am I? Okay.
Yeah, it's but anyway,
Okay.
just like saying good morning to y'all. I don't know, I haven't slept yet. Really.
So did the morphin tool get better though?
I'm sorry.
Did the morphin tool get even much better and much easier to use?
Yeah, the morphine's gotten so great, especially like the
And no
there's
longer
no
lagging like it used to.
yeah, no, not at all. Check it out. So I'm gonna start right here. I'm gonna move it into that spot and I'm gonna morph it. So you see how you have a 3D plane, but we want to have like a circle. So you could morph something into this spot. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get it just right. Okay, and I'll show you guys right now. Okay, so then morph it. And this is kind of like custom. It's kind of like that. Bigger. What happened here?
Hey, I was playing with
That thing
that,
look like
right?
chips.
I screwed it up. Hold on. I because I did it the opposite way. It's this right here. Let me double check it. It's here, and then oh wait, actually can I do this instead? I think I can do that. No, it's not gonna work. It's gonna start mold. It's gonna fold kind of weird. Watch. It's gonna fold weird. Can I? Oh, I did it. Okay. I didn't know I could do that.
It actually worked.
Yeah, it
Mhm.
actually worked. You can. I interpolated all those. So and then you can. I was
So
surprised
you
because I know.
basically just trick our eyes then. Yep,
Yeah,
you just trick our eyes.
and then just interpolated it.
It
And
looked
you can.
like if it wasn't moving.
Yeah, this was one of the things that I would love to for Blender to do back then, right, Bear?
Yeah,
With the
dude, I've been
background.
waiting. Well, you could do it technically, but it was kind of
It was
hard.
just
It
too
was just
much
hard to
work.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really insane to do stuff like this. But now it's just so much easier. Like it's just so Because back in the day, I had to like use like a composite, so the Z buff, just to not get too crazy with lingo. Basically, since it's 3D objects, and the program's trying to figure out how it looks like. Okay, that's perfect. So it's trying to figure out how the thing is turning. Okay, that's perfect. So it's trying to figure out where the positioning is of this and that, and it's trying to find out their space. So which one's in front of which. And the grease pencils would often fight with the 3D objects. So I had to put a thing called a Z buffer layer to remove it. But now they just work flawlessly. Everything just works now.
But question: if I were to draw a character with a lot of things on them, right, and animate each individual thing or have it on each individual layers, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And all I had
You're
to do is just morph it to suit them.
Yeah, you could. So, I'll show you an example. I was showing this to someone on my stream the other day. So, hypothetically speaking, you could, since they're all frames, you can add and take away. What I like to do is, I will put the final version and the beginning version. I'll have them because it's good to have like the line work, the rough work. You would kind of have to have some kind of rough work so you can understand how it's looking at the different stages and then match them. So you could have technically your 2D animation PNG that you animate your roughs. You could what you would do is you would have the rough animation follow along the camera. So it's stuck on the camera and it's following along. So you have your roughs here and you have your animation here and you would mold it into the spot so it matches your rough animation over here. So let me see if I can show you that.
You want to turn around? Nah.
Yeah, I'm doing the
Kidding.
turnaround right now. I'm gonna do
I
this.
think I animated one thing that's like doing a turnaround and shit.
Yeah.
No, that looked like a robot.
Yeah, it looks flat. It looks very flat. But we don't want that. We want so we're gonna go more like here. Oh, I need something like this. Tilt it and then merge like this. Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna mold these into the spots. Okay, yeah, I got it. So if you're
Nani?
no, I got you. Watch, check this out.
No, I was saying Nani. Like again, I kind of feel for it. Now he turned in here like Nani. Lip syncing look like it will be a problem.
So let's see. Let's pray. I believe this is right. Wait, could be wrong. Let's see. There you go. Probably sync it up a little bit better with these. You sync it up at the better at the different intervals. 'Cause this is kind of
The head kind of getting smushed when they turn it.
yeah. Let me go right here and then make it go a little faster, like this. Kind of gets ahead of it a little bit. There you go.
No. I got a nose. I don't look like I got a nose. From the front.
Let me
the side, I got a nose.
you can edit your individual frames. I probably wouldn't even use all these. Let's do like
When I look at it, it look like his eyes coming up close to the camera and then getting back smaller, you know? Like, yeah.
you could definitely edit individual frames once you have them. You would use all these frames. You could edit them specifically to look more like what you wanted to. But it's just the problem with too many frames. So like as it's going this way, you want to keep that shape. So what you would do is you would keep a reference here to make sure it looks like that the whole time. So as it's going this way, you can edit that individual frame. You just can't delete or take away anything. Then what I'm doing is I'm trying to get this more right here. I'm gonna interpolate this one and then interpolate this one over here because it's getting too flat. And make sure I interpolate this one. It's like once you get the system of how they're supposed to all look, you would edit the individual frames to look more like the final version. So then as it's going this way, I'm gonna give me this and then give me the in between of this. This individual frame, I don't like it. If I can look here, and go there. Okay, let's try it.
You know, using this will be much faster. No,
Maybe
no,
what?
I would say it will be much faster for what I want to do if I use this.
Right? So you just have to edit your individuals and then craft it to look exactly like you want it to. So the basically the interpolation is helping you out figure out how it's gonna look like when it's turning, and then you're going into the individual frames to clean it up to make it look more accurate. So here I don't want that. I don't want that yet. So I'd probably probably slow it down a little bit. Probably do like an in between like this. Put that there instead. So, and this one's a little too rapid. I'm gonna go here a little bit. And right here, this stretch here, I don't like that. Okay, put it there. Plus, if everyone's using Blender, I can help y'all. I can help everyone with their problems. I just can't help people when it's like a different program. I'm like, oh, I think maybe you could do this and that.
The thing that still deters me a little bit about Blender is well, you know me, Bear, the lines and shit, because I'm very particular with like how my lines look and shit, right? But that's really
Yeah,
about it.
I can understand that from that perspective you just see. Because when you see a custom doing rough sketching and you're custom lining out your characters and stuff and putting in details, you have control. Other than morphing them, I know what that
If you can like fully translate, like, you know, I mean, Blender can technically do it, you know. You just
No,
need
you
to
can
be
do
like,
all of it. It's just, you would use this as your guide, as the kind of
Mhm.
what to do. You could probably import a 3D object and then paint the character on top of it to match the perspective, and then you use the intervals to kind of match it perfectly. Oh,
Mhm.
you mean the line work?
Yeah,
Oh, what?
yeah,
Oh,
like
sorry.
like the
I
actual,
see. I see.
you know what I mean, right? We
Yeah, the
had
line width.
this,
You just like the
yeah,
line width to look more very like all singular. You like it to look anime. You don't want the line work to look weird. I
yeah,
mean,
because
you
like
could do.
most of the vector works and shit, right? That we've encountered like way before, right? We're all,
Mhm.
you know, vectory, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and that's been my goal, to remove that vectorized look. I don't
Mhm.
want it to look like vectors. I want it to look like rasterized look. That's the whole point of like is why I'm so happy with this, is
Invested,
'cause, like, you can,
yeah,
yeah.
it's super good.
So once you have this, you could probably put your line work in there. So
I'm
technically
actually
speaking,
pretty damn happy with like the changes that Blender is doing with it right now. So that's good. I just need time right now because like I'm stuck with a lot of shit.
and this is
me,
not
I'm
how
working on personal
Yeah, that is
things.
not helping.
I checked
I
out
am
that Korean.
working on personal stuff. I'm just doing random personal stuff right now for my own enjoyment.
Well, that's good, right?
Just experimenting and stuff that I'm doing.
Thing is, Barely can probably relate, right? If you have clients and you have deadlines, plus you have other things to do and shit, you know, like right
Yeah.
now, I'm juggling like learning a lot of forms and shapes with like grayscale and shit, right? So if
Hmm.
you're like looking at my stream at the moment, I'm working with like, you know, very grayscale shit at the moment. After
Yeah,
this one,
I'm watching your screen
I-
and
I'm
seeing what you're
I'm
working on.
I'm still gonna do and finish this animations, right? One and then two, right? This thing. So there's like a lot of work to do still, you know. And like I've been working on the animation for like 2 weeks and I got burned out and you know. Yeah,
Hmm.
there's a lot. And then Berlai, like, hey Kuya, look what Blender can do now. I'm like, fuck.
Look what Blender can do. Just ruining your day. Just ruining
Very
it,
bad
literally.
timing, man. Very bad timing. God damn.
Man, I'm so sorry.
Nah. But
Yeah,
it's really
so
cool to like see Blender like, you know, evolve within like a year span, right? And that's super fucking good.
Actually, how much time Blender update for this year so far? Think about.
Well, we went
Oh
from
man, this
8.1 to version 9 right now, right?
Yeah, sure? Because I think it reached 12. The last time I checked, it reached 12. And I've been keeping updates on it too, to see what new coming out.
Well, I don't know what's the
they
latest
don't want. They
version.
just updated this one. They just put the 2.9 point 2.91, which is
Mm-hmm.
what they're at now. This is the current one I'm using, which is the beta version. And
Mm-hmm.
oh my
Mm.
goodness, they added all this news that sequence that adding the sequence in that just started. They just added that. So it's like it's been so great. You can actually pick which where you want it to, Kuya. You can
Mm-hmm.
pick where you want the spots you want it to. Also, oh, did I switch them? Whoops. Uh, I switched them on accident. But anyways, see how it's like it has its own space. It's its own space, so you can like edit them. You can put it like in the spot.
I guess one of the most difficult things with like starting with Blender right now is if you're used to like animating in like a particular program and stuff, it's like
Yeah, bro.
relearning a lot of shit. Plus, if you're
Yeah.
not used to working with like 3D environments like Blender, you have that toolbar on the lower right corner. That's
Blender is real
just
easy when it comes to creating the 3D program, 3D
Um,
objects, something. You know.
you said
I realized
is
that. You
it
know.
hard to do them?
hmm?
No,
No, no, sure, go ahead.
when it comes to creating 3D objects and thing, I don't find it's hard, you know, like how the learning curve is with Maya. Because I have used Maya in the past too, and Maya,
Maya is gross. I
God,
hate Maya. It's a whole lot.
mm,
But they do that on purpose because they do that on purpose because they don't care about people being able to use it. They care about the
mm,
industry being able to have features that they all need. So it's very much like you don't use a lot of the features they don't have. You're not using it unless like you're in the industry. Like, oh, there's a specific tool, there's a specific script that helps me do this and that. I needed that, but then you're just like, what's a script? Wait a minute, what's a script?
yeah,
exactly,
You're on that phrase, and
right?
they're like, oh, I don't know, because they're not trying to make the
they,
program
they,
usable. They're trying to make
they
it have
don't
features.
cater for the people on them who will understand. They only cater to the fast learning people. That's how I
Hmm.
see it. If you don't
That's what
understand it, you're gonna
hey,
have to dig up on YouTube for all kind of videos, and videos ain't gonna make no sense because they've been editing the videos how you expect them to edit it. I
see,
tell
but
you already, I
top
don't like
learners,
to watch a video where I'd be
use
using shading gun to keep up with the cursor.
Well, pretty
You
much,
understand?
right? It's a
I
never-changing world, and if you don't adjust, goodbye, right?
that's what they want to do. But you see now what I just have a hard time understanding is why don't have people. I can understand you spend hours and hours making the video, but come on now, man, you would just like you realize I make a video and not edit it in a way for people to understand you. You're just talking, talking, talking. Hate videos like that. And someone just talking
oh
and they
yeah,
It's
and the cursor
because
going all over the
teaching.
screen, and you gotta be watching the cursor like if you're using observation hacky. you you understand? You gotta be watching it all the cursor when the thing, and you gotta stop the video. You gotta keep stopping the video.
The thing is,
It makes
like,
no sense.
video editing and then teaching somebody, which like which is really really good, is very very hard to achieve. You got to understand that each and every person has their own style in doing things, and sometimes it doesn't translate well and shit. If you're talking to somebody in voice chat, for example, and you're like exchanging information, that's great,
Yeah.
right? But like, hey, I'm gonna like do a YouTube video on it and shit, and it might not be as informative and stuff because you're lacking the one-on-one, left and right
Yeah, no,
message and
the
shit.
interaction with somebody. Some people like that, and other people just like to watch a video.
Mm-hmm.
Like myself, right? Uh,
Spe-
let me tell
especially
you this, right?
for
You go,
new stuff,
right? You
yeah,
go
it's
to
it's
school,
gonna be
right?
hard.
May I ask this question, right? You go to school, you go in a class, and the teacher teaching everybody. So as a teacher, you teach and make sure everybody in the class understand what you're doing. You don't just cater for one individual. You cater for a certain group of individuals who fast enough to pick up on what you're trying to teach.
Mm-hmm.
You cater for the ones who are slow also. Teachers don't do that. Most
Mm.
teachers don't do that. They come in class, they write on the board. If you get, you get. If you don't, that's your ass business. You understand? And that's why I begin every time I go on a YouTube video. You understand? They don't cater for the people on them. That's how I see it. Yeah, I come on your video to learn something. I ain't come on your video to watch you talk, and your cursor going left, right, center, up and down. I'll be marking your cursor. I'll be focus on your cursor to know exactly where it's going so I
Mm-hmm.
could follow. And then I'll listen to you. And you just doing things and I don't understand. You understand? That makes
Yeah,
no sense to me.
they're being too much of like it's not information. There's not enough information. It's more like a show. It's
Yeah.
more like a show instead of it being information. I'm trying to make the series. I'll have two versions out. What I'm gonna do is I want to make the more like fun version. That's it specifically because of that. Because there's some people that just want the information and they don't want to.
To wait
They don't
and
really care for
scroll
the
for
fun
like,
part.
yeah.
So what I'm doing is when I
I,
make the video, I'm putting two versions out.
I
Specifically because
use
of
Filmora. I use Filmora to edit my videos on it. I do have
mm,
Premiere Pro and I do have After Effects, but Filmora does actually take the cake better. It's way more easier and way more faster to edit videos and put up on YouTube. And it does everything I want to do quickly.
Have you
You
tried
understand?
the new one? Adobe, what was it? DaVinci Resolve?
Adobe
DaVinci.
DaVinci.
Mm-hmm.
No, no, I ain't download that.
Yeah, and it's also for free.
But the majority of the things I have on my laptop are cracked.
Dude, you
Actually,
don't want to
mine.
say that when people are streaming, man. Come on.
I know, I know, I know. But you see, if I could afford it, I'll support it. But I
Yeah,
can't afford it. So
that's why
you
I
know
love Blender.
how it is.
It's free, man. Come on, anybody can afford Blender. It's free,
And free.
free, 100% free. I'll check this out, Chris.
True,
So here's
true, 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 true. I ain't
I
saying
used
not to go about just getting downloading crack programs and using them. You use the programs until you make enough. Unless you use them to get work and stuff, to make money, then they can support the people and them who making the programs on them, so they could develop better, stuff to put in the programs.
yeah,
I
I
ain't go,
I
I
am
ain't, I ain't, I ain't go condole cracking every and every single program. It's just that people out there they can't afford it, so the ones and them can't afford it. They make cracks fit, you understand, and then they distribute it for everybody else who wants to use it. That's how I see it basically. Toon Boom is a big industry program. A lot of industry using it. So the type people out they say, well, all right, so we had to pay X Y money. I don't have the money. All right, I'll make a code to crack it, and they crack it. Now everybody else had the crack. They ain't making the crack just for themselves, and they making the crack for everybody else. So when you see you make enough money now, if you want to support them, you can support them. Yeah, they will be using also a lot of money, but eventually people who see the value of the program will eventually start to support them. That's how I see it. But
yeah. If your
me
program
making
if
a
your program is
dime
good
right
enough to
now
pay
for
for
what
it,
I'm
people will pay
making.
for it. Yeah, I agree.
You basically for free introducing more people to their program. You understand? That's how I see it.
Yeah,
You introducing more people to their program. Ooh, Toon Boom free, boy. I had a crack it. All right. So me get accustomed to it. Wait, but this program real awesome, boy. All right. I want to support the people on them. I ain't gonna no longer be using crack. I will buy the program now. Cause I know how to use it now. Since I get cracked. Now I see it. It even have a studio I used to go to they used to use it crack at first, but then the woman from Toon Boom came down and they get a license and stuff, and Now they have it. They have all the latest versions now of Toon Boom. I just keeping up with the game though, cause I don't want to fall behind. Any program that come out, any program that makes sense, I'm just using it to the
There
best
has, but
as
there
I
has to
can.
be a reason to upgrade. It has to be like something that's incredible. Like, okay, but it's just like the version 12 to 13. Oh, we have new sliders. What can they do? They
Alright,
change the color of your UI. I'm paying
you see when
120
60
bucks.
came out,
Yeah.
when Toon Boom 16 came out, it had the perspective grid, right? It only had about the 1 point, 2 point, and 3 point. That's all it had. And then when 17 came out, they add even more to it. And they add even more when it comes to the 2D cutout, the how they rigging the cutout characters on them, giving them a kind of control to them, so you could actually put them in a kind of control base. How do we put it? You're puppeteering them in a 3D kind of way, but you're giving yourself a kind of extra box to control them, like to move the head. Say when how to move the head manually, it actually have a box once you assign each of the head poses or the body, you could assign it to the box and move the character to suit, puppeteer the character to suit. That's that what they add into 16. Then 17 they advance it, and 2020 they add in like new pencils, vectors, textures for the pencils now, for the vector lines and thing. Even though you're using the textures for the vector lines, no color ain't go come out of the vector lines now. You go stay within it. Even though if you're using a texture vector line. You know, like you're using in any other programs, like you draw a circle and you use a different texture on the brush itself, and within that circle, if you don't expand it to a certain point, it will bleed out or not colored at all whatsoever. It will like basically have holes in it. It's
Hmm.
different in Toon Boom. Very different in Toon Boom. You can actually add a texture to your pencil stroke and nothing gonna bleed out. Everything gonna get colored to suit. And they're adding some more stuff too when it comes to the perspective. The perspective grid, just like Paint2 Side 2. It exactly like Paint2 Side 2, which I like it. I like it for that.
Mm.
If you ever
Kuya,
use
Yeah.
I'm sorry if it's interrupted, but I really do gotta do my homework, my man. I'm sorry. I gotta go do my
See you,
homework.
Bear. Thank you for
I'll just show
hanging
you,
out with us,
Kuya,
man.
I'll just show you this real quick, and I got to jam. I'm sorry, but
Hmm.
see how you can like you can just interpolate this. You can. I found out a way. You could do this individually, but like
What's
you
that
could try
yellow
to create
marker
this.
at the bottom? That's new.
Yeah, you can do these. You can put like markers, and then you can chop
Oh,
them off
those
so
are
it doesn't
just
look too
markers.
smooth.
Okay.
Yeah, you can chop these. You can put your markers down. You can delete like some of these just so we can skip through this. Oh, sorry, I'll be quick. I'll be quick.
I'll definitely play more on Blender by the first next month, or probably like the fourth. Because like right now my schedule is super fucking tight, man.
Bro, don't even worry about it. But I just, you already know it's there. It's
Yeah,
you're
yeah, it's
eventually going to
there.
join your boy. There's no running
no,
away from it.
I'm really just
But
waiting for it back then to like have that feature, right? Most of the time, like if I use Blender primarily for the camera. You remember how we like doodle with the camera and shit back then, right? Oh
yeah,
man, that feels super good. That cutting frames and shit. That's sick. Yeah, that's good. I like that.
it looks all hand drawn, you know,
Yeah, yeah, I
because I
like it.
because I because I matched the drawings over here to everything. But I mean, because the camera already right here is too smooth, so
Hmm.
there's ways to take it off. Sorry, I'll show you what I meant.
but
So you
you
go,
could add in and you could add in rough sketches of like key poses and then line it up in Blendant.
yeah, and you pretty much
Technically,
just have
yeah.
it all. You can put a 3D object and then you can have put your grease pencil objects on top of it, and then cut the frames off so it doesn't look too smooth. You can
Hmm.
have a 2D animate. It looks 2D. Sorry, I'll be quick and then right here. Okay, so you can go like that. See how I added the frames back on?
Too smooth.
Too
Still
smooth.
too
See what I
smooth.
mean? But then
Yeah.
like if you put take these
The
off,
thingy, right? You got like that very cool
a
raster
little
look
too
to them.
choppy.
I like it. I like it. I
You
like
like the
it that
super
way.
choppy one?
Yeah. That's like in
The choppy one look like you actually drawing them
yeah.
the exact same way,
Mm,
giving it that,
I see. Yeah.
giving it that feel. You don't want it to look too smooth like Disney, nah.
Yeah, we're not trying to do Disney here, man. Unfortunately, shame.
That look better.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I gotta go. Thank you so much for thank you guys for humoring me. I really do hope you guys get into Blender for anyone
No,
who's
man.
watching.
Thank you.
Absolutely
Thank
worth it.
you, man. Thank you
Please get
for
into it.
showing us your work.
Future. It is the future of animation. Anyone who wants to jump in it, but if you want to use any, you can make some fire looking animation in any program. It
Mm-hmm.
just depends what you're trying to do
What you're trying to
specifically.
do specifically, right?
I think it'll be faster in Blender with the
Yeah,
effects and stuff.
Blender literally cuts a lot of work done with stuff. But it really depends on how you want to do your shit at the end of the day. Like for
Me, I'm a
me,
detail kind of guy, you know. I like to put a lot of detail in my work.
for
But
Oh, and
sometimes
me,
it
right?
Blender is
takes
actually
way
specific
too
for
much
people
long. It takes
who
too long.
it's the opposite.
Mhm.
Blender is actually for the people who love detail but want
Detail
less
and
work.
tweaks. Yeah.
But some people want a specific style, and in Blender you have to find ways to make that style. Whereas Blender can make incredibly detailed stuff and make it
Mhm.
way easier than other programs, but the style isn't for everybody. You have to find a way to shift the style to fit something else. Whereas if you just rasterize it and draw it, you can get it exactly like you want every frame because you're
Mhm.
doing every frame. But Blender can
Blender,
imitate any style, but again, it's an imitation.
you
So
need to like brute force yourself into like the tool panels and the lower corners of Blender to like really get the feel that you want. But you can do it,
I
you know.
think you could get the style, you know, by adding 3D models.
oh, easy.
Actually, low poly 3D models. Like you say, a guy by a campfire sitting on a log, a big, you could just model and then draw over it and then color it, then put the details on it and make it look like 2D or 100%.
I know that
And with
dude
the
is
lighting and
doing that
stuff,
actually. Yeah.
I actually gained some ideas though.
You already thinking about it, huh?
Mhm.
I'm thinking about it.
But yeah, one
Do
of
it,
the
man.
things
Just do
that
it.
people need to learn, right? Especially when they got into Blender for the
That'd be a good
first
idea.
time, is really finding where things are located and shit. Because that thing's a pain in the ass. Unlike in
Yeah,
raster
finding
work,
things
you know.
where things located in Blender is a pain in the ass though.
Hmm.
Like one thing with Blender.
But you
Although
can't
they're
really
there
you can't really
to find them.
blame Blender for that, you know.
Yeah, true. You want to use their program. Yeah,
You
the
gotta
face
like
the
adjust
concept.
yourself, yeah.
Yeah, face the noise.
But yeah,
Face
Bear,
the
thank
noise.
you, man. It's been a while and I miss you. You know that I haven't seen you around streaming for a whole
You're
lot.
telling me. It's been a while, man. It's just again, it's so much. Just so much.
You know me, I've been doing still my own shit. We've been constantly evolving with our illustrations and shit, like always, and we're still doing a lot of animations in the side. You know what I've been doing,
Hmm.
man. Come on. Thank
Hey,
you,
the
man.
animation look good, dude.
Me
What
right
do you
now working on a Pokemon battle in Toon Boom.
how
Yeah.
do you does it feel good? Does it
I,
feel like it's pretty good?
it taken longer than expected because I put in a little too much at experimenting with certain things in Toon Boom though. When it comes to the gradient and stuff.
Mm.
Like
Hey,
I'm
Bear,
looking for
have you seen
style.
Zuyan's latest animation?
No.
Let me pull up.
I'm on both
One sec.
Discord right now and D Live. I saw your stream on YouTube and then I come across to D Live now.
I
Yeah.
want I've been considering going to Twitch, but it's a dumpster fire. So I don't know.
Yeah, I wish it had something else. Like, but it have Tovo, and it had D Live, and I'm doing pretty good on D Live, but not so good on Twitch. Twitch is barrier. It's very hard to make it on Twitch right now.
Here you
Yeah,
go,
I feel
Bear.
like there's way too much competition. So I'm
Unless
like,
if you're a real good looking chick though. No, so if you're gonna make it for sure.
just have like a sidekick.
Realizing that is the pattern now.
That's what
If you're a
Zuyan
chick,
has been up to lately, and she
if it's a
finally
chick who's
finished that
good
one.
at games or a chick who's good at some kind of thing or nothing at all, it depends. So if gotta be good looking. Well, I realize you gotta be good looking. You'll make it.
Hmm. Or you could be really good or really entertaining, and you can do it. But you have to be good. Like you have to be funny. And if you're really funny or you're really good at the game, then people will stop and come by. But you have to be one of the two. Like it has to be very entertaining,
Yeah,
very
gotta be
skilled.
engaging a lot.
I'm
I know
sorry.
how that trait. You gotta be engaging a lot with your
Yeah.
audience.
I mean, you could
I
be
know how
really
that.
good at animation. Though. That might be able. That might be your thing.
Me, I
You just gotta like
engage with
break
my
into the
audience.
barrier of like getting into your niche, man. That's it.
I don't talk much on my stream. That one thing with me. I'm not a talkative person on my stream. Once I focus on one thing, yeah, I don't know how to multitask.
Yeah, and that's the
Which is
thing,
a
right? Let's say somebody on
bad
your
thing.
Twitch streams goes into your stream and you haven't really replied. You lost that guy already.
Yeah, he's already gone. Unless you have
Yeah,
like
sure.
wall text flying at you like at 20 miles an hour, then it's a little different. But until then,
Mhm.
there you go. Good. This is what I had it before. So yeah, you could just put those.
I
I think
really
that's.
wish I had two screens though.
I'm
Huh?
I
sorry.
wish I had two screens. I said I really wish I had two screens though, so I could see when somebody texting me or talking to me.
Invest, man.
That's
Invest.
way too hard to do, man. That's I can't. I need two screens. There. I mean, you can live life without one. It's no big deal. But like, you get so much more done if you have two screens. A lot more distractions though. I think that's also
I
another problem.
actually had a UG Wacom,
Mm-hmm.
the UG screen laptop now. Well, not laptop, drawing partner.
Uh-huh.
It was actually my second screen, but something sort of malfunction. I don't know if the driver or something sort of happened or the wire or something. I don't know. But something sort of happened and it just stopped responding to when I trying to draw on it and stuff. So I couldn't use it.
How
I
long have
couldn't
you
use
had
it.
it?
I only had it like last year.
Last year?
Yeah,
If you still have
only last
warranties
year.
for it, UG, I've worked with them before. They really guarantee your warranties and honor them really. Even with like XP Pen products.
My cousins actually sent it down from the States from me. Remember I in the Caribbean,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Trinidad.
This is really fun. I really like the style of this. This is really cool. Um. Oh yeah. Without ruining too much, I actually do have one of these scenes coming in and the Geno animation, which I haven't shown anybody, but you guys will
Vegeta
see when it's done.
animation.
It's yeah, it's a really like Sakuga scene that's gonna come out, and that's like the first
Ah,
scene.
shit. Can we see
Yeah,
it?
but
Can we
it's
see it?
towards the end. I don't want to
Can
show
we see
nobody
it?
the line
Can we
with them.
see
That
it?
one's top secret. But you guys are just gonna be like,
Can we
wait till
see
you
it?
guys see it.
Can we see it?
You know, it'd be real awesome. Somebody animate the Goro versus Saitama in Blender.
Dude, it could be done. Dude, that would make everybody get on Blender. All the people that are in between are already on it. Like, oh my god, I'm doing it. Like everyone would immediately jump on it.
Mhm.
Everyone, there's no in between. But Kuya, please get on Blender whenever you can.
I
I will
got it. I got it
and
already.
YouTube Black Liquid, your all your stuff would benefit so much. Benefit so much in Blender. Get on Blender, and your life will be so much easier. And anybody else, get on Blender. If you don't want to get on Blender, uh, God, Clip Studio is kind of cool. Clip Studio has animation stuff, but it's nowhere near them. Clip
The
Studio is a
Yeah,
drawing
um
animation, Blender is an animation program with drawing properties. So if
I
you want to
did
be an
things on
animator,
Clip Studio already too. You know.
I'm sorry.
Actually, was like I said, I did a lot of things in Clip Studio when it comes to the 3D models and stuff. Now.
Yeah, you can import 3D models for like references and stuff, which is really nice. So I've seen some pretty good
Mm.
stuff.
But
And
then
like
at the
again,
end of the
You can
game,
even
the
you
end
can
of the
even
day,
animate
Clip
with the 3D
Studio is
models too.
really more for illustrations, not really for animation and stuff.
You know that, right?
Hmm.
You could actually use the 3D models in Clip Studio and animate them within Clip Studio.
I didn't know
Yeah,
you
we
could
know
Bet you
that.
animate
guys,
3D
I
models.
bet you guys didn't even know how to do that yet.
I don't know, and I don't care. I have a 3D program that's 3D. Like
Yeah.
it's like you have a car. It's
Now
like you
it's
have a car. Like,
experimenting, and
yeah, it's
it
for
come
experiment.
across.
Good for referencing. Like if you
It's
want to
it's
reference and
cool,
draw on
right?
top of it.
But like there are specific things out there that you can use to like
And I was
fully
thinking of making a
utilize it.
video on it too. I was actually thinking of making a video. If I only make a video on that, people go and blow their heads.
Oh
They
my
go and
god!
blow their horns.
Just oh,
People is
anyway,
going to blow their horns
Yeah,
if
Bear.
I make a video on that.
Thank you, man.
I do got a jam though. I got like a stack of homework still left. But thank you anybody who may be watching. You guys have any questions on Blender? You want to join the cult of Blender? Um, please message me, Barrel Eye. You already know me. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. I hope you guys join the future. Join Blender, the now program.
I need to
Later.
go too, man.
Hmm.
You guys rock. The stream will still be on, but I need to go and do some things.
Sure, man. Thank you, man.
Brother.
Appreciate it.
You guys have a good one.
You.
Right. So that's done. Let's fire up some music, shall we?
Nowhere. If you've got nobody to talk to, nobody to get that information from, no internet. Ow. Right.
So people like they have this view: either society will be the same, keeps the same, or we're gonna go back to some sort of I don't know post-apocalyptic Mad Max. Me and my shotgun and my leather jacket in a car driving
Yeah.
across the country. But I think that like what people have to consider is that it's probably gonna go back to society is still going to be there. Like people who expect things to collapse, they don't really understand, I think, or consider like the way society adapts to that. Especially like the example of the U.S. I think the U.S. will just go back to how it was like 100 to 200 years ago, something like that.
Right.
I'm reading this wonderful book about Mormons because I'm fascinated by Mormons right now. So I'm reading their history.
Oh my gosh, me too.
Yeah. What would it call their city that they built? The first one, Nabu.
Naboo.
Yeah. No, almost.
Naboo.
Not quite. I don't know why they call it such a weird name, but they built this weird city where they were gonna build like the new Jerusalem, and but the thing is like when you read their history, like you realize how close to post-apocalyptic
Hey,
world
Moshi,
back
thank
then,
you for the
because
lemon.
yeah, there is the U.S. and there is states and there are a federal government and everything. But
I don't know why the
people on ground,
text isn't, the
like
chat isn't
they kill each other with mob justice all the
in the
time.
notifications.
Like you coming out there, like out into the wilderness, and you're like, where are you right now? Oh, I'm in Utah or something. You know, like I'm in this buck ass wilderness. The closest towns are like several hours by horse, and you know, if I'm unlucky, a mob of Protestants are going to come around and then they're going to hang me from a tree, and the government is going to do nothing because they can't do anything and don't want to do anything, you know. So it's like this. So like I imagine people living in a society that's basically like ours, with cars and technology and everything. It's just that the government do not necessarily interfere in your everyday life in any meaningful way, like at all. And people are going to organize themselves locally in whatever
Yeah.
semi-working way.
No, yes,
But
yes.
I think
Check
there's some
that
sort of
luscious
when
hair.
apocalypse comes,
God damn it.
like the rest of humanity.
Sup, Myla? How you been?
But unfortunately, I think that we're gonna have to, you know, we're gonna have
I'm
to
listening
take off
to
all
Tim
the clips and everything.
on his channel as well.
Looser.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think we've seen sort of with this pandemic, we've seen it's going to be not as romantic and as dramatic as like apocalypse films. It's just going to be like more depressing, more weird, with less freedom. I think that's what's going to happen. Like we've seen now, it's like people can't leave their houses and stuff.
Yeah, like we don't think that like it's gonna be this like there's gonna be 1,000 people left
So yeah, what's going on? What's the chat about?
for whatever happens with
Uh,
what you were describing.
people living in trailers and stuff.
I don't remember your name.
Because you know, Tim
Bjorn.
Stagnation's really into the
I definitely
outdoor
think
scenes
that's
and
like
stuff.
that could be a possibility, and in that case, the reason we want so much land is to just kind of get out of Dodge, like just not have.
But earlier we had a very interesting topic when it comes to animation and like the new updates for Blender and shit. So that was pretty cool. When we were testing out Blender's 3D and 2D capabilities last year, it was very, very limited, but looks like they expanded a lot of very, very cool things that we asked for in Blender. And then it's actually there now and it's applicable and stuff, you know. So that was very cool. We had Bearly here earlier and Anthony. And you know, basically talking about animation stuff. Right now, you've probably met Coffee, right? I'm doing a work for a commission, and I'm testing out what I have learned when it comes to like doing grayscales and stuff. So there's that one. I've recently been playing around with a lot of grayscale shenanigans, right? I know that we're not super comfy when it comes to like, you know, grayscale and stuff, but lately I've been doing them like a whole lot. Most of my test sketches are like, you know, similar to like this shit, and then this one, you know, it's mostly like that. Sa aking mata, magkambal. Bro, to be honest, the trail talk is good with me, huh? Because I'm very dumb about animation and know nothing about Blender, huh? Sorry, I get you've been trying the grayscale life. Yeah. And then I'm slowly learning about it and testing it out, you know, constantly and shit. Because like the only way to understand it really is to try it out more, you know. Hey, Mochi Senpai. Mochi Senpai, you've been hopping around, huh? That's pretty good. You just don't know how to turn into colors. Well, here's something that's really cool, right? You see all of these colors and stuff? This, if I turn this skin tone layer, right, into like a normal thing, let's put into normal, right? That's it, right? What you would do is like just put it on overlay. And then depending on how good you did your grayscale stuff it's gonna like translate into that. And if ever you need to like adjust more of the colors, you just control U, adjust the hue and saturation of it, and then you know you're good to go with like the color and stuff. So like you want it to be like a little bit darker, there you go, right? You want it to be a little bit lighter, there it is, right? It's so much easy to like dump colors in like grayscale, but like the hard lifting from it really comes from the base gray scaled image or some shit. But yeah. Like this one, the one that I'm working on right now, here's like one of the colors and stuff. Here you go. Right? If we apply the black backgrounds and shit, like you could definitely see like the colors from the reference and shit, right? And if I need to like adjust any of these colors, right? I could just, you know, Control U and like adjust it from here. That's why yeah, that's why I was trying for it because of that you dump your easy. I hope I can do that. The hardest thing for me to like understand right now is how you're gonna like measure up the colors and like okay, how is red gonna like react to this specific shade of gray and stuff, you know? But like from my trials and errors, you could actually brute force your way into it. Like I'll give you like a very quick sample and shit, right? Lasso fill, right? You know this technique that I usually do, right? So let's just do with the hair for now, right? Down, very quickly. Right, so let's say that's red, right? We change it into overlay, right? And then you control U it, adjust the luminosity and stuff. And there you go, right? You can actually brute force your way into it if you really wanted to. So, you know, it could work. There you go. Hello? Hey, Veli, you're here. What's up, man? I can barely hear you, my dude. Hello? Right, okay. Yeah,
A level up and
if that doesn't work, I would recommend you do, Silent Hill is, yeah, pretty much, is like, you know, basically make a new layer from that and like try to, you know, uh, ex not really experiment, but more like just paint over stuff. The cool thing about grayscale is like you can just dab a color in there if you needed to, you know. Want to go a little bit lighter? There you go, right? And then you can test this thing out, see what happens with it, right? See if that works a lot better than the previous one. So that's that compared to like this one, you know. Ah, right, it works pretty good and stuff. But like, here's how I like mostly tackle this shit, right? I normally like go with a very neutral shade, like this one, for example, right? And then I would have my darks, like super dark, like this. Spiky Pickle. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? I only viewer. Ah, neat. Thank you. Right. So we got your darks and your mids, right? And the idea is for you to use the darks in like very, you know, highly dark areas and like work your way towards like, you know, the lights of them or like the lighter part of the image is how I basically tackle most of the stuff. And like you play around with your mids to like blend it in. That's how I like, you know, do this thing. Like if you want to like make things a little bit sharper, it's super easy to just paint over them. Spiky, thank you for the follow, by the way. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Most of it is like you get a feel for it somehow. That's really how I approach it. It's not the best approach yet, but you know, hey, it works, so it's all right. Dodo, what are you doing? Let's see. Let's go back and listen to what Tim and the
I
others
have
are
so
saying.
much capacity for so much coding information, especially. And it's like my brain is full of so much like technical stuff just from my job
This is
that
supposed
then
to
I
go
try
in
to
here.
add something like
Like
that.
this.
Even with Unity, it was a challenge.
just doesn't
but again,
want
it was
to.
I at least got to use the C
This
sharp.
piece just
and
hates
.NET
me.
knowledge. I haven't coded in
Sometimes
C++
pieces
since I was
just
in school,
are like that. Like
so,
sometimes you have to hot
I
glue
know it's
them
not
in
that
place.
different. It's
Or
still
maybe I'm not.
object-oriented,
There we go.
things
I
like
got it.
that,
I think I
but
finally got it.
I think
Thank
that's
God.
This
the
particularly, I
Finally,
think
I got
I
it.
have to fiddle with more, but times most I've
Thank
been
God. I
lazy.
just had to like do a little push and it was able to get in there.
Hey, Amdu, what's up, man?
Do you collect Gundams? So far, like I'm building a lot of them. Really, like I'm starting to build them
Well, I
and
mean, you
collect
have
them.
to,
So
like,
yes, I should say yes. I
learn
do
it.
collect Gundams. It's been a thing that's I
Mhm.
don't know. It's been a really new thing.
Speaking of
I started building them like 2 weeks ago.
to
Honestly, is
man
that the master
Korean
grade? The
what?
big O? No, it's actually the high grade. Yo, what's up, Kuya?
Finally got Fischl
I
from
don't have the
Genshin.
master grade yet.
Ooh, nice,
I'm
congrats.
still too
Yeah, quest is done. I am not gonna play it anymore.
poor, I guess. Like, I want to get the master grade because high grades are like not cutting it for me. But I'm still kind of like goo goo gaga level. Like, I'm still learning the basics first before I actually like get hard in the paint with like really cool and like giant Gundams or master and perfect grade. Like, I really want to get into that. But so far I've been collecting a lot of high grades. So this is the where's the box art for it? Archie, you're so cute. Wait, here's the box art for it, if you can see it. It's very old. It's very old kit. Holy crap, it's really zoomed in at the moment. But, here you go. It's the high grade Universal Century. So, sadly, it's not the master one. Their master grade, which I think looks way better than the high grade, but I might also scrap these pieces for customizations for Gunpla as well, so that's another thing I'm gonna do. I collect a manga, and I only got one because I don't got a lot of money. It really be like that, Cairo. A lot of the sets look amazing as fuck, but they can be costly. All the wings I've seen cost a fortune. Yeah, exactly. So that's why I'm trying to keep it, like, at a minimum, you know? I'm trying to keep it at a minimum at the moment, because they can be expensive, but high grades are actually pretty affordable. Usually they go from, like, depending on what you're getting, it go from, like, 18 to, like, $20, $25, something like that. So it's pretty affordable. But once you get into, like, perfect grade, oh, holy crap, that shit's, like, $200. Like, goddamn. Getting into custom works is expensive. Yeah, it is. Most of my money goes towards savings in games. See, exactly. Like, I'm the same way, Cairo, until I've gotten into Gundam. I was the same way with cosplay as well. Like, I buy a lot of cosplay supplies, and that's how I was able to, you know, make a lot of really good quality costumes, because I bought really quality fabric. But, now that, you know, there's no cons that are coming up, I just kind of started picking up this hobby because I'm dying to make things. So my, like, creative output. Like I have to be creative in something, so I feel like this is helping me a lot. Be like me, and they do sell pretty fast. They do sell fast. Like, once you see it, you better get it, man, because, you know, people are gonna pick that up. But so far, like, I really like the aquatic mobile suits a lot, just because of how goofy they look. Like, I love the Akka guy, the Og guy, the Zagok, the Zok, the, which one was it? The Kapul, the Hygog, those are all super cool to me because of how interesting and different their mobile suits are. I'm more of a, like, Zaku person than, like, a Gundam person, so... Yeah, I have 75 stars on my 3rd save in 64. Dang, bro. I mean, you're kinda... You're outplaying me, Cairo. I haven't even gotten a chance to get to that, bro. I'm here building robots, man. I haven't even touched 3D collection. Like, I paid $60 to play that game once. Like, oh, the Akai Master Grade is really good. Same. Zeke Xeon! Yes, hell yeah, Zeke Xeon. Let's fucking go. Like, I also have some Gundam stickers on my PC as well, so I'm hardcore. I'm in hardcore in the paint right now. There's his little boosters in the back. I think this is his butt right here, actually. Also, Zeonite, I know that you were trying to join my Discord. I did type in my Discord link on there, so I hope you're able to join it. If not, if you look at my about page, I don't know if you're on mobile or not. If you keep scrolling down to the very bottom, I have a link on Discord. If you click on that and click join, you should be able to join my Discord. If not, if it says like Google Play, sometimes I get like this error where it says Google Play can't connect to Discord, then usually what I would do is I'd go on PC and just add it that way. So I knew you were having trouble with that earlier, so if you just do that, you can do it that way.
Hello!
Oh my god,
It's
it scared me.
Super Mario on the PS4!
Oh my god, that scared the fuck out of me. I'll never get old, but I'm like, holy crap, what is that? Thank you, Cairo. Bless. I needed that, man. Okay, so I need to get PCH. Senpai, have you seen my custom works before? I've seen a couple of them, Kuya. I've seen, I think it was the, your icon. I don't know what her name is, of the purple hair girl that you have. I've seen, like, clay work of her, which I thought was very impressive. That was actually really, really impressive. And I've also seen, I think some, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think a 3D print, I think. But I've seen some, like you added like clay, you made it into like clothes, or clay into clothes or whatever, and I thought it was really, really cool. And I think a 3D print design as well. So I think that's as much as I've seen. I mean the Gundam stuff, no, I have not seen any Gundam stuff, Kuya. Otherwise I'd be like, Kuya, oh my god, I would be like geeking out with you if I knew. If I knew about it. Alright, so this has to go right in the center. Right? Yes. Yes? Wait, bruh, did I cut out the wrong piece? Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. It has to go this way, though. Where do I attach these guys? Oh, I have to attach them right here? Well, bam. There we go, look. His little, like, skirt area right here. And he has, like, these hidden arms that he can, like, take out. That's pretty cool. I like that. We still gonna play Smash so I can clap your cheeks? Ah, you wish, Cairo. You wished. Don't you like main Bowser? Cairo, why are you such a degenerate, bro? Hey, wishes. Are we added on the Switch? Like, you could just DM me if we're not. Cause I actually forget. Like, you have to remind me, bro. Just DM me your Switch code and I can play. Which, I don't know if I did add you or not. What am I looking for? I'm looking for B24. B24. Here we go. B24. What idea does this give you? It gives you an idea.
What game is the commission about? I don't know. You did the style. I dig it. This is World of Warcraft, right? I've been doing something similar to this before, but a lot of my peeps really dig the anime still aesthetic.
Same thing.
But like, you know, this thing is like very similar to like this thing, right? It's just a little bit more detailed and stuff when it comes to the face. But yes, I'm familiar with like how it goes, but I usually color it in a very, you know, different way, like I used to and stuff.
But okay, cool.
But yeah, 1 second, guys. I'm sending out pictures and
Play
shit.
on Joy-Cons. You know what? The disrespect. I'll play on Joy-Cons. I'll be chilling. I'll be laying down in bed and I'll be kicking your ass, bro. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, bro. All right, where does this go exactly? Oh, this goes like. Oh, it goes underneath. This goes underneath. Which was like a long time ago. Yeah, it was a long time ago. I just couldn't remember, like... Oh, wait, does it go like this? Ah, that makes sense. I just couldn't remember if we did that or not. I'm pretty sure it was a long time ago. Life is like... just life. That's all I gotta say, just life. I play on Joy-Cons because no Pro-Con. Alright, then I'll play Joy-Cons. Because I play on a GameCube controller. Actually, you know what? Let me show off my GameCube controller that I do have. I haven't touched it in like fucking ever. Like an actual year. Like I think I haven't touched this GameCube controller in like an actual year, I think. Because I played this in offline events. The one thing I don't like about it is that sometimes it can be glitchy because it's from it's made from Controller Chaos, and sometimes the motherboard that they use is kind of jank. But this is the GameCube controller I have. That I used to play at locals and everything, because I love Toon Link, so this is actually a custom controller that I got. It's really cool, I like it a lot. I'm very happy with it. As you can see, it's kind of worn down, or at least the stick is a little bit worn down, so... I do be playing Smash though, and the GameCube controller isn't worth it's just for Smash. I disagree. Like, GameCube controller's like probably one of the best controllers ever made. I'd use it on PC, but I can't even emulate a lot of GameCube games. It's really easy to emulate GameCube games. What you smoking, Cairo? I played through the whole Resident Evil 4 in GameCube emulator. I like the Wii version better, to be honest with you, because it feels more... I don't know, it just feels better to me. I
always forgot that
I
lol,
also have this keychain as well.
are still very much loved by people. Yeah, pretty much.
When you can go to locals, but now you can't because of COVID. Now I'm building Gundams. Alright, where was I? Put that together. Oh, A3. I'm getting lost. Ew, Wii Resident Evil 4. It's not that it's hard, it's my PC being trash. Oh, okay, yeah. It'd be like that sometimes. I know that feel. Especially, like, online net play, you gotta have, like, at least like a 8 GB RAM. Intel 5, like i5 processor, I would say, at least to even run it, but probably not gonna be really good connection. Which way do they want this to be faced? Oh my gosh, it's such a tiny piece. Okay, let's see if it's this way. There we go. Also, make sure to type in that code if you guys want to claim some free crypto. I have like write in R6 something something. Huh. Those are actually pretty okay. I think I have a I legit forgot what I bought. I bought this new PC like 2 months ago. I'm pretty sure I have Ryzen 7, I believe. That's what I have. I don't have Intel because I honestly think Intel is very overpriced nowadays. I think it's like back in the day it was okay, but I feel like Intel is just very overpriced nowadays. Why is chat overlay under incent and follower goal? I don't know, because it is. It just is. I can like here, I can put chat over the follower goal. I like to make incent a priority when people see it, so it's gonna cover that. There we go, now you can see it. Let's see if we can move it. Oh, shit. Wait, okay. Let me lock that so I don't move that around. Oh, I have it locked, that's why it's not moving. I can like move it down a little bit so it's not covering it. There you go. This should be better now. Ryzen 7 is OP. Yeah, I know. That's why I got it, because it's OP. Going hard in the paint, man. There we go. This should be better now. I didn't like tweak and optimize this overlay entirely. I just kind of put it together and like, well, bam, there we go. See, now it looks a little bit better. I have encoding overloads, overloads while streaming Nintendo 64 games. Pyro, do you stream actually? Okay, what is the next thing I gotta do here? 17, I need B4 and B19. Which is like the biggest pieces on here. Like, look how big this piece is. Do I follow you, Cairo? I don't even follow. Oh, I do follow you. Okay, okay. I was about to say, like, if I don't follow you, I'd be sad. I sent the last few one I can find a picture of Senpai. Oh, did you post it on my Discord? Let me look at it real quick. I want to see it. I want to see it! Oh, no, you just DM'd it to me. Bro, what the hell? God damn! Bro! Oh my gosh, you also got 0 as well. Archie, hi! Hi, what are you doing, Archie? No, you can't go over there. Sorry, I'm having Archie issues all of a sudden. Hey! Oh my gosh, it's Archie. I guess I gotta cancel my stream because I have a cat literally in the way. What am I supposed to do with this? Archie. Oh, I love the 0 model so much. Holy shit, I love that. I'm also a big Mega Man fan as well. Damn, bro. That's an Archie, bro. Holy crap. You gotta get out of the way, man. Hi, honey. Nobody can see what I'm building if you're just sitting right there. Sorry, I'm having cat issues right now, as you can tell. Archie. I played through Ocarina of Time a couple months ago. I wish I was there to see it. What the heck? On stream, I mean. I let Archie build the Gundam. I know, right? Yeah, I used to do a lot of detailed works and custom parts and color LED mods and stuff, but I stopped doing it because of time. Yeah. I know, look at Archie, bro. How am I supposed to get anything done when there's a cat right here? Hi, you're so cute. You're so cute! He's like, Mom, stop slapping my butt. You're so cute. I need to brush you more. You're starting to shed a lot. Since it's almost the winter time, he starts to get a really thick coat. I have to brush him like twice as much than I already do. Yay, I finally got the insect code. Hell yeah. What's up, MK? Welcome. Archie be like, give me attention. He is like that, bro. I'm like, you know, in the middle of something. He's like that all the time, 24/7. He wants to be the star. Aren't you, Archie? You're just so cute! Sorry, I have like... I like spaz out when I see him. You ever just make noises to your animals? You ever just like scream at your animals? Archie, you're on top of my runners, man. I know I don't got that much left, but bro. I haven't streamed in a while, but I want to play Minish Cap. Do it, bro. Minish Cap is god tier. It is 10 out of 10 Game Boy game. That was like the first game I ever streamed, but I'd have to restart. Yeah, it's hard to get back into a Zelda game if you haven't like touched it in like 6 months. It's like, what the hell is going on? It's just better to restart it. Minish Cap is such a good game. Oh my god, I can't even like stress it enough. If you ever want to go deep into customization models, hit me up. I will, bro, because I actually want to make a Vaporwave, like a Gundam model kit. I do really want to do that. And I also have some paints. I have panel lining. I also have the cement that is used to like... Where can I show like an example of it? Like right here. If you guys can kind of see right here where the nub was and the creases where the model molding was, there's a way that you can actually fill that in. I don't have it with me at the moment. I have to grab it from my drawer, and also I'm having cat issues at the moment, so I'm not gonna grab it right now, but I do have a lot of custom paints that I got, a lot of jars, and something else. So let me show you, Kuya, how much stuff I have so far. Cement is essential, but there's 3 types. Here, let me show you what I have. Alright, so here's the decals that I'm eventually gonna put on one of my Gunpla. I think this is all like water-based stickers, so you don't actually see the seams of the stickers at all, which I really like. So the mecha decal, that's something that I was gonna get. Here's the cement that I got. I actually got this at Hobby Lobby, and this is what I was gonna use to fill in the gaps with some of my Gunpla that I have. What else did I get? Like if you put in like leftover runner pieces, right? Like this piece right here, you just cut it off. If you put it in here and let it dissolve for 2 hours, it'll actually seal up this crevice right here. And you can sand it and make it super smooth. I saw like a YouTube video about it and I wanted to try it out. I haven't tried it out yet, so I can't confirm if it's legit or not, or if it's a scam, but we'll see. So I have this as well, and then this is what I have for panel lining. I was recommended this brand specifically, but I could not find for the life of me. Oh my gosh, why won't my camera focus? There we go. I couldn't find the black color in panel lining. I couldn't find it for the life of me, so I just went for brown. And I think brown actually is a good complement color to yellow or red. So I think it's better than black, to be honest with you. Yeah, Tamaya, that's what it's called. Tamaya, yeah, that's what I've been buying, that kind of brand as of late. So let me put that there. It's legit, but you need to be careful. I think he meant to type in careful. Black is too much. Okay, all right. I'm glad to get your opinion on that, because I feel like it is too much as well. Like, it's too cartoony. It's not realistic enough, if that makes sense. So I feel like brown, like to make it look like it's kind of worn down, to give it that look, would be a good color to work with. So that's why I got it. And they had a lot of them at the hobby store, so I was like, oh, there you go, I guess I'll get it. And of course, I also have these sanders right here. This is kind of standard. I want to get a higher grit so I can have a smoother finish, but this is what I'm starting with. I have yet to actually paint anything, because I wanted to build everything first. I want to do, like, a stream where I paint everything, or I customize the Gundam on stream. I want to do that, but I have to first, like, know what I'm doing before I actually go balls deep in that. PC, I'm gonna imagine goes here. Yeah, it definitely goes there. 6, 8, 12, and 1600 sandpapers. You need more? Oh my gosh! Yeah, I probably do if I'm gonna go that quite literally that hard in the paint. But I'm Goo Goo Gaga staged right now. I'm still learning. Like, this right now is like my largest kit, I should say. Like the biggest high grade model I have built on stream. Like this right here. I would say like the easiest Gunpla that I've built is probably the GOG. He was so easy to build. Oh my gosh. He was very simple. But I really like the Aqua mobile suits a lot because of how goofy they are. Alright, so we got that piece together, so we need to get C13 and D3. So what is this one? This is neither of those. Archie, you just have to be in the way. D3. Kuya, do you have any recommendations to cover up stress marks? So I do have the God Hand, which is probably the best investment ever. My fiance actually got this for me, but it's probably one of the best gifts, I should say, that I got, because I used to use like jewelry nippers instead, and it was just really annoying to get all these like little tiny bumps off of the plastic pieces. So what I like to do is, if you can kind of see, this piece right here, you can see how there's like a white stress mark. I try to sand it down, but if I sand it down, then it's just going to be more noticeable. So, I don't know. Stress marks, I paint over them. Okay. That's what I thought. I'm like, there's literally no way you can avoid stress marks. Like, I'm doing it to the bare minimum. You know? I'm not going like, you know, I'm not gonna be sloppy with it, but it's like, it's almost impossible to avoid those stress marks. Like, I'll try to sand it down, but if I sand it down, it kind of... Here, if you can actually see it. If my camera wants to focus, I would love to show you. Yeah, right there, you can see how, like, the sandpaper makes it, a little bit white right there, so it kind of sucks. Yes, MK, I am, yes. Thank you, I appreciate it. Also, DM you my tools and my old workstation. Oh my gosh, I would love to see that. You're more than welcome to post that in my art Discord. I have like a channel for my art Discord, so you're more than welcome to post it there as well. I should probably make a Gunpla channel because I'm getting really into Gunpla lately. I should just do that. Alright, so I need to get this. I need another one of those. Oh my god, it's taking me like, what? Oh my god, it's already an hour and 30 minutes and I hardly did like the abdomen. Like, I finished the abdomen, but it's like, bruh. Taking me so long. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong piece here. I need the other D-Ray. Archie, you're just so cute and fluffy. You know that, right? You're so cute! Yo, what's up? DB, how you doing, man? Welcome to stream. He better be a pretty amazing guy. No, he is. He's awesome. He's actually been here a couple of times. I've been dating him for like almost 5 years now, I should say, almost 5 years. So he's definitely been like, he actually he's the reason why I got into Gundam. To be honest with you, he has a way bigger collection than I do, and he's been into it since he was a kid. So naturally, this is something that he enjoys. So yeah, he's also my best friend as well. So wouldn't want it any other way. Having a partner that's also your best friend is nice. Is nice. I think this is the last piece that I need on this runner. Yeah, that's the last piece on the runner. Hell yeah, let's go. You're so cute. I actually started with Tamiya tank models and stuff before getting into Gundams. Oh, really? I would like to see that too. Because I want to do like scenic photo shoots with them, like with custom models. I planned on doing that as well. I thought that would look really cool if I made like a Vaporwave Gundam. And I made like artificial beach. I think that'd be really cool. I've seen somebody do it on like Pinterest or something. I thought that was really cool. Did he give you a Gundam ring? Where is it? I know. He should give me a Gundam ring, bro. Customize it and paint it. That'd be sick as fuck. But yeah, Senpai, for now, just enjoy. Snap building things. I know. I get so distracted. Well, if I'm streaming and building, it takes me like 5 years to do like one step. What, like, to take these two things apart off the runner takes me like 5 years. It's okay though. I like chatting. I like chatting while doing this. It's fun. I'm usually way faster than this, but oh crap. There we go. But chatting and doing this is also can take up a lot of time. Am I doing this correctly? Am I big stupid? A big stupid. Alright. Step 19. Okay. And now we're putting everything together now. It's all coming together now. D8. Off diorama. And all diorama making is expensive. Dang, man. Do I need 23? Yes, 23. D23, I need to cut that out. I'm getting to the last pieces of the model, guys. We're almost there. And then we're gonna build the Gaian, which is way more simpler and does not have as many runners. So I don't think he'll take that long. I think, if I'm not talking that much. If I'm not talking that much. Oh my gosh, Max. Why would you say that, bro? I ain't falling for that. I know that's pretty based of you to say that, but like I'm not gonna say that out loud. Bruh. What am I getting? Oh, B13, that's what I'm trying to get. Is this B? This is B. Alright, so I got this. Let's see here. So we gotta get the butt piece right here. But I think it's, yeah, it's the other way around. It's the other way around. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. It is coming together. Also guys, instant code is about to get displayed, so make sure you type in that code. Okay. Alright, this is the piece I was having trouble earlier. I was having trouble with this piece earlier, so there we go. There we go. And I have it left over in this tiny box area. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. There we go. He kind of thick though. Alright, so I got those pieces there, and now D8. That's what I was trying to get, and then I got distracted. D8! What are those pieces? Oh, okay. This is like the best tool ever, Kuya. The God Hand is the best tool ever, bro. Alright. So, what is this? Oh, 18. 18. This one right here. So do it on both sides. I think they're supposed to represent his lasers that he takes out. That's kind of cool. We should have a higher quality camera for this type of thing. It's hard to see what details I'm doing. Crap. Hold on, I have a tool for this. Hi Archie, are you just so cute? I haven't tried it. I heard good things about it. It's really good. It's like it's literally the best tool ever, bro. 10 out of 10 would get. I need to take this out. Oh my gosh, is it just like stuck in there? Like, I can't get this out with my hands, so I'm trying to do it with a. There it is. Trying to get it with a pickle. Yo, Ricer! Yo, thank you so much for, holy crap, for subscribing for 3 months. Hey, congrats again on engagement. I lurk now. Hey, thank you so much for that subscription, man. I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me. That means you want to support me, bro, and I appreciate you. Welcome to the Clown Gang for 3 months. And also thank you. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. It's not like, to be honest, it's not like official yet, but it's something that we do plan on having eventually, like, you know, marriage arrangement and whatnot. Like, I don't have a ring right now, but it's something that we mentally are like already there, you know. I already know that he's the one, so that's how I feel about it. Ah! Alright, I need the other D runner. Where is it at? Where is it at? Archie, you're so cute! But he's definitely the reason why I'm into Gundam right now. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
Yeah! Yeah, lemons!
Hey, EMG, thank you so much for the 4 lemons, man. I appreciate that. The 5 lemons! The 5 lemons! P.S. Don't judge me when you see my workstation back then. Bro, it's okay. It's okay. You should see my, like, cosplay station, or like my sewing station, actually. You should my sewing station. I don't even really have a sewing station. I just have like whatever tables available to me, and then I have like a little roller that I bought at like Michael's to organize my stuff, and I just kind of like pick where I'm gonna sew. Like back in the day when I was like a teen, I guess when I was like 16 and 17, I would just sew on the floor. I'd use my knee to like press on the pedal and just sew on the floor because I didn't have anything. Nowadays I can't do that because I'm old. My back hurts, bro. I'm like already 50 years old. I can't do it anymore.
It's time to
There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. We got both of them. And we just gotta attach it on the side with this guy. So if I look at it from this area, that's what this is for. Oop. I found a little nub. I found a little nub guy. No. Please. I used to have a dedicated room for this stuff, and I had to sell all of them back in 2017. Aw, sucks. That sucks though. That sucks that you had to sell them. But it's also cool that you had a dedicated room. I think eventually I might have that. A dedicated room for stuff. I don't have enough room in just a single room to have like an actual dedicated table for this stuff yet. Not yet, but eventually. Alright, and then we gotta attach the butt. Alright, it is coming together, boys. We got the little skirt, and if you actually, as Cloud mentioned earlier, if you take it out, Shoo-cha! Don't fuck with me, man. Don't fuck with me. He has these little hands that he can hold sabers with. One thing about this ball joint right here seems pretty loose. I think it's just because of how old the kit is. Like I said, this kit is like 15 years old, so I'm probably gonna hot glue it on, or not hot glue it on there, super glue it on there. Oh my gosh, I would never hot glue anything on a Gundam. Oh my gosh, it'd melt the plastic away. But sometimes, like, you know, if you get kits like that where it's kind of loose, I just kind of, like, glue it on there. The boxes will pile up, I tell ya. Dude, my closet's already filled with boxes right now. Like, dead ass. I'm trying to find more room for it. Alright, now it's time for his head. We're almost there, guys. I'm actually really pogging the fuck out. Archie, you're just so cute. I'm putting all my runners over here because Archie's taking up all my room. Clear nail polish works wonders for loose joints? Really? Really? How do you apply it on there? Like, do you just apply it on the joint and it actually like puts an extra layer? You know what, that makes sense. Like, if you were to put clear nail polish on there, it low-key acts like an extra layer, so it's like at least like a millimeter bigger than the actual joint itself. That's fucking genius. That's genius, Kuya. A11. Oh my gosh, this piece is so tiny. And 16. I know it's somewhere on here. Where's 16? Oh, it's this little pink thing. How much you want to bet this is like part of his eyeball? Oh my gosh, look how tiny these little pieces are. I have to put it on the bottom, right? I think that's how I was supposed to, yeah. This tiny little piece. Is like, I think, part of his head. This is when you start losing stuff. regular grade? Yeah, you know what? I have one model that's a regular grade. It's the Zagok, and he's actually one of my favorite models I have because I like the internal skeletons that comes with them. He had a lot of small pieces to him, I gotta tell you. Oh, I have to put it on top. Put it up top. So I know when it comes to small pieces, this is like a really fucking tiny piece though. Like, I have tiny fingers and my fingers are too big for this. I think I got it though. I think I got how it's supposed to be. Oh, there's still a tiny nub on this side. You guys probably can't see shit. It's just a black void, but I feel like the dude from Toy Story, like, editing toys. Or recovering toys. Like a hobbyist. I literally feel like that guy right now. I need glasses. Alright, B25. Alright, so I'm gonna put it in the box. So one thing I had to learn the hard way, Kuya, is this white box, I put like all the tiny pieces in it to make sure I won't lose anything. I always put everything in this tiny box. Because I know if I put it right here, it's gonna fly away and I'll never see it again. I know. I've had to learn the hard way. Alright. So I got that piece assembled and now it wants B25. So B25 will be right here. You got hired to build Gundam? A regular grade Gundam and a Sazabi, and it was the best thing I've built in 30 years? Holy shit! You got hired to do that? That's sick. I didn't think people would do that. Also, I didn't know there's a regular grade Sazabi. I mean, he's pretty popular. Isn't that one of like Char's mobile suits? I think. I might be wrong. I hired myself to eat Subway. Oh my gosh. Oh, I did it the other way. So this is when pliers come in, like, or pickups come in really handy for this kind of stuff. You can kind of see his head. Not really, you can't really see his head. Crap.